Do the
like
pretentious
near my
taste
face.
thing.
Ah, I just burnt the fuck out of my thumb.
Hey, hold on.
Owie.
Okay. Ow.
Ow.
Are you okay?
I. It's that. What the shit?
What just
What
happened?
happened?
I was
How?
fucking around with my lighter.
Well,
Why?
I
Huh?
mean,
Okay, well,
Why would you
I
do
think I
lesson
that?
learned.
I think everything. I think we learned everything.
Well, yeah, but it still hurt.
Put it down, set it to the side.
Welcome to
Fire
Pretentious Taste, everybody. I'm Danny, and I can't fucking
stings.
handle my fire powers, apparently.
I'm Madison. I hurt my thumb the other day too, but it was between two magnets, like super high-powered magnets. We use them to
Ouch.
show off like the meteorites or whatever, and I
Hmm.
accidentally pinched my
Uh,
thumb between them,
uh,
and like this bruise formed instantly, and it's still here.
why
That
are we
doesn't sound good.
talking about this?
I'm RJ, and I haven't had any thumb injuries lately myself.
I'm Chuka. Two things. Hopefully, my volume is loud enough, and also I get injured on a regular basis. Like I hurt my arm earlier today because I think I woke up in a weird way. You ever wake up where your arm is like
Yes.
at the side of the bed where it probably shouldn't be? You don't know how you rolled over there. It's
Yeah.
like the crease. So I
Yeah.
woke up like that. I'm like, oh, it's one of these days. Okay.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
And I proceeded to wander the hot Toronto landscape. It's very hot right now. Very hot.
It's not too bad right now.
Let's have a dick waving contest real quick. How hot is it over there?
I don't know. You gotta use Fahrenheit. It's like it was like 32 or something.
It's
32C to F is 89 degrees. It's not so bad.
Okay,
oh
Mm.
it's just like it's not that like that's the hottest day ever. It's just it's
It's
been really like weirdly cold.
it's not pleasant to be outside when it's 89.
Like if it was consistently hot, then we'd get used to it. But it's been really cold for some reason.
it is 40
Oh,
degrees Celsius over here right now.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, boy.
It's not too
Oh,
bad.
that's a lot bad.
Oh
It's
yes, it
only
is.
it's only 24 Celsius here, which
Right now
is
That's
it's
75
that's like
Fahrenheit.
spring.
Yeah, it's really pleasant actually. Except I mean in the height of day it was hotter, but it's not
Yeah,
too bad right now.
24 at night.
right now it's 25 Celsius for me, but it's really humid, so it's not too
Yeah,
pleasant.
Yeah,
you
it's
live in
it's really
fucking
humid over
Georgia.
here as
It's
well.
What?
gross.
It's like ridiculously humid here. Megna knows my pain, man. I live like
She
right on
lives
the
in like
border. Yeah, she lives in Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah, and we actually live like 2 hours away from each other.
In
That's
Um,
funny.
value.
yeah. I'm in Port Arthur, which is like on the border of Louisiana and Texas, and it's right like on the tip of like the Gulf of Mexico. And so I just get like all of the mosquitoes and the bayou people from
Ooh,
Louisiana,
The
and
Bayou
all
people.
and all the hicks from Texas. It's a
ooh.
wonderful
Is
Just
that
experience.
some
like
Just a
deliverance.
melting pot
is that
of.
like an ironic like post punk band? Bayou people.
Bayou people, I like it.
Bayou people playing at the Troubadour.
There's actually a really big shoegaze scene here, which is weird.
The fuck?
It's like really.
Oh, fucking shit. I don't know why would
Anyways,
I want to
how,
hear a shoegaze band with a vocalist that has a southern accent.
um,
People don't sing in their southern accents really though. They just sing sounding normal.
unless it's like
I
country
know.
then for whatever reason.
I want country gaze.
country gaze.
I don't think that's possible. Like those two things are too opposite to even
Yeah,
genre bend.
Just get a
No,
banjo
yeah,
and
yeah,
put
yeah.
the effects pedals on it.
that would be sweet.
That just sounds like
Actually, I think that
Sufjan
would.
gaze.
Yeah, like
Like,
Yeah, how would that even work? You get the banjo and stack like
an
a
electric
cathedral,
banjo.
like a cathedral pedal.
yeah,
Ooh,
So you get one of those echo pedals, so like it's like a reverse echo on the banjo.
Jeez
It's just
Louise.
this banjo drone. Talking about salt shakers.
sounds
Right.
It's all
like
really
delimitless.
creamy.
With some sweet reverb.
Man.
This is solid. This is real good.
This
D-
is
So,
the new
so
genre.
like where this
Deliverless.
stuff.
Deliverless? Deliverance?
Deliverance?
Yeah, deliverance, but loveless also.
Oh,
You
very
combine so
nice.
So,
deliverless.
so you'd get like I don't know, Brad Paisley to do a cover of like "What You Want." It was bands instead of like
Oh my
Jags
god.
and like Jazz Masters.
Holy
Yes, excellent.
shit. I think the world needs that. I think it would bring us together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would bring
It's kind of
everyone
like how
closer
that
together.
Tim McGraw and Nelly song like united like rap and country.
Oh
The
yes.
thing about rap and country in the South, they're not even that far apart. Back in
No.
No.
well,
Atlanta
maybe
rap.
it's a little different now, I guess, because like Trill and shit has really taken off. But like back in like the early 2000s, it was like when Southern rap was really like that was it. Like East Coast had retreated, West Coast had been gone for like 10 years. No one knew where that went. That's coming back in a weird way, in a big way. I
West
think.
Coast?
Yeah.
Yeah, West Coast is really coming back. I remember being
Whoa.
gone.
Yeah,
Like
Vince
just
Staples and
gone.
Kendrick are like at the forefront of that.
Yeah.
Odd Future, or however you feel about
Yeah,
them.
like I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on the West Coast, and the East Coast has just been. But yeah, for a hot moment, Hot Lana was the place. You get your Yin Yang, your fresh Yin Yang single. Maybe you get new talents like Tangle Red. No
Don't
one even
forget
knows.
Ti and Ludacris.
Uh, Ludacris is huge. I like Ludacris back
Yeah,
in
he
the day.
was.
He was massive. And then Nelly. Nelly was enormous. Like he was
Nelly.
country grammar. That thing was like I think 7 times platinum.
Shit.
Like, that's nuts. But
Uh,
yeah,
I wonder what happened actually to like Southern rap and like Chopped and Screwed, because that movement didn't really like end in a horrible train wreck like Bling Rap did. It just
bling
kind of
rap.
fell off.
What is bling rap?
Just
Like
comes and goes, man.
like
Bling
you
rap,
know like
like
2000s to 2007
yeah.
style rap.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Like
I think
the Carter 1, the Carter 2, Hot Boys, um a lot of
uh, like
singles.
no limit and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh god.
That's what I think of whenever
'Cause
I hear like
I
Bling
feel
Rap.
yeah no that's about right. I feel like that gets thrown around a lot. Sometimes I feel like some people. I've heard some people describe like Drake as bling rap. I'm like really?
Drake's not
I
Bling
don't.
Rap.
Drake.
I'm like
No.
really?
Drake
Oh
is
yeah, he like
Drake is
emo.
moody
Sometimes I'm
rap.
telling you like now it's like it's funny because you look at his CDs to like progressively more paranoid as
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
goes on.
This newest
To the
one,
point where
man.
damn this guy's paranoid for good reason. I've heard
Mhm.
some things, but yeah, so bling rap was a thing. I still hold that like the early 2000s to around like 2007 were probably some of the worst times of hip hop ever.
Oh, without a
Yeah.
doubt. Without a doubt.
Some people
Yeah,
were
it
like, oh,
really
like I
was.
was arguing with my brother. I'm like, you're out of your mind if you actually think that was great.
Yeah.
Like it was not.
Like
No.
there were some diamonds in the shit pile, but it was still a shit pile. Like
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Naturally.
um so for this, and I'm just throwing this on to you guys all right now. There is no preparations for
Throw it
this,
on me,
listeners.
please. Yes,
Um, so for half of this podcast, we're gonna be talking about music, and specifically, I wanted to do something here. I want us, if we can, to just list our top 5 favorite LPs of the year 2015
you.
so far.
I knew
Oh,
you were going to with this. I knew it.
Oh,
You started
shucks.
talking,
Yeah,
so I was prepared.
yeah.
we're
I've
all halfway through
technically
the
been
year.
prepared.
I
We
All of
are.
us.
Damn, it's
All of
July.
us.
yeah.
No one's left behind.
If you can
It's so
do a
hard to
top
lie.
10, do a top 10
Well,
because
that's too
tens are
much.
nice.
I don't want to commit that much.
I feel more confident with the top five.
All right,
My top five.
all right. Um, but before we hop right into that, let's just briefly recap our weeks, I guess, or weeks. It's been a while. Let's not fuck around here. It's been a while since we all loaded a podcast.
Right.
We've had scheduling conflicts, whatever. But who wants to start off with what they've been up to?
Maddie,
Mine's been brief. I just been working, basically, hanging out, watching True Detective, which is pretty good this season. I'm liking it. I saw Jurassic World, which I didn't like at all. At
Mm,
all. And then I bought some Sufjan Stevens records in celebration of his birthday.
Which one did you get?
Cute.
I got All Delighted People because I don't have that
I'm
one.
missing All Delighted People.
It's great.
Oh, I love it.
Like,
All Delighted People's great.
yeah, I didn't appreciate it as fully as I do now. Before, I don't know what that sentence just was, but I like it a lot more now that I've kind of given it more listens, basically. I mean, the song is really good, and then the other songs are really good.
Yeah.
I'm
Isn't
being
it
really,
like 40 minutes long? Like it's
it
kind
is
of
59 minutes
yeah,
long.
that's not an EP. Like
I mean, it
That's
is
uh
kind of
album.
for Sufjan Stevens.
That's an
Like,
album. I think.
he released like a 3 hour long Christmas album.
Or it's one of those
So,
things. What's it called? One of those really shitty things. Oh, a mini LP. Blech.
Oh yeah.
I
Fucking
mean,
hate
that
that
being
thing.
said, the record has four sides. Really, technically, it only has three, but then the fourth side is just like his compositions to this short film or whatever,
Mm.
which is really nice. They're like little piano solos. He's a good little composer. But yeah, it is three sides long, so I guess it's not really an EP. I
yeah,
don't know
that's
what he
totally
was
an LP.
thinking.
It's not your standard EP.
It's
Because
a
it's an
good
LP.
it's a good record though. It's really good.
You think
I
you're ever
like
gonna
it.
drop the 400 or whatever dollars it is to get silver and gold?
It's only like 150, I want to say.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe 200, maybe between it's between 100 and 200. But yes, I will eventually
Yeah.
buy it. Maybe this Christmas because I actually have a paycheck now. So maybe I'll
Paycheck.
buy it this
That would
Christmas.
be like absolutely wonderful to just have on during Christmas time. Like pour
Mhm.
yourself some eggnog and put on a sweater and just have that on in the
It's
background.
I know, but it's not like like not all the songs on it are particularly like heartwarming. There's
Yeah.
like some really
Naturally.
weird like reverb he does, and then
Isn't that like
it's a
most of the
strange
songs?
it's a strange record.
So funny.
It's kind of great, but you know. And then yeah, that was my week. I went to one E3 conference, but we'll talk about that
Yeah.
later.
Ooh
Yeah.
boy.
Ooh. Ooh.
But yeah, just chilling. I'm going to Comic-Con
I'll
this
go
week.
next. This.
Woo.
All right.
Yeah, go, Chewy.
Yeah,
Oh,
go.
excellent.
Who's next? What's going on?
Okay.
Okay.
I've been thinking about how I was gonna chop this up. Oh, I was gonna go next. I was thinking about how I was gonna chop this because I've done a lot since we've recorded.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you the hits. All right, left my little job.
Greatest
That started to
hits.
suck. Left it. Saw Jurassic World. Loved it. Then a weekend happened. An E3 happened. We'll get into that later. Then I went to California. Had a nightmare when I was in downtown. Eventually got to Calabasas. Awesome. Then went to the St. Regis on in Laguna. That was also awesome. Left. Came home. As soon as I got home, started playing Shadow of the Colossus. Awesome. Loved it. Next day, bought Arkham Knight. Loved it. And now I'm playing Uncharted, all three of them. First one's alright. The second one's incredible. We'll see what happens with the third. And I listened to like 5 or 6 albums lately. They're all great. So that's to give you the extreme abridged version, like the David Bowie cocaine abridged version.
Now it's question time. What was the nightmare you had in downtown? What do you mean?
Okay, basically we get to first of all because fuck airplanes as usual.
Dude,
Yeah, they
definitely. Oh
suck.
my god.
We left. They delayed our flight by almost 2 hours when I was in Toronto.
Yeah.
So the ride that we had set up, obviously she couldn't stay around. So we
Hmm.
got there and there was no one there. And then we figured because my other idiot brother, he didn't come with me, my mom, and my middle brother. So he decided to come on a different flight because he booked his tickets like 4 days before the flight. So we just waited in LAX, which is just a giant moldy shoe.
Yeah, it's the worst.
We
I just
waited
went there yesterday to drop my mom off. It's the worst place on earth.
we waited there, and then eventually he showed up. Keep in mind, we waited there like 3 hours, and he
Yikes.
showed up. And then we decided, well, shit, how are we gonna get there? Because we called the person again. They're like, yeah, we can't do that to two people at the house because at this point, all the people who were there, cause there for a wedding, everyone who was there was at the main house. Like,
Why didn't you get an Uber?
I don't trust Uber. I definitely don't trust Uber in California.
This is
Huh.
probably the place to trust it the most since they like do the best background checks here.
Anyway, my uncle's like, yeah, no, you can rent a car, whatever, because he said he set it up for us, even though he just sent me the email and he lied. He said he sent me the email the day before. Like I'm an idiot. I'm not fooled. Anyway, we ended up wandering around just outside of LAX and just going further and further and further, and then walking like west of LAX to the point where we were starting to get closer into the city. Then we came back to get to the shuttle terminal, and that thankfully took us to the car rental place, where we proceeded to pay 4 times as much for a rental car. Then he proposed to us, so that was a piece of shit. And then we were driving, and my brother, this oldest one, didn't fucking listen to me when I gave him the directions, so we got lost in Studio City instead of being Calabasas.
Ew.
So then we
Studio
had
City is where my internship is.
it's weird. It doesn't seem like a real
It's
place.
really weird. It's
It
like,
seems like a model city, like not actual like where people would live.
yeah, it's like Hollywood, but it's in the valley, so it's just
Yeah,
weird and horrible.
it's like the Wii version of Hollywood. Like it scaled everything back
Yeah, it's
and it
weird.
seems empty.
It is.
And, and then eventually turned around, got to Calabasas, and we got to Calabasas like 12:30 in the morning. Keep in mind we
Woo.
had left the house at 10:30 Eastern time. So, uh, that was the big thing, but everything else was big.
Wow.
Yeah, that's only like 1/10 of the story too. It just was funny, but for the
No,
sake of
yeah.
brevity, move on. RJ, Danny,
I'll
which
pick it
one?
up
All right, take the
because
floor.
I haven't done too much. A few weeks ago, I finished Metal Gear Solid 2 finally.
Whew.
I
Uh,
love.
I loved it. It was a big ball of wild and
They're in the
and
walls,
say what?
man. They're in the walls.
Oh yeah, and just I don't know. I just loved it. I don't know. I passed the phase to where I can just rant on about it. But point in case, loved it. Probably gonna be one of my favorite games. Don't know if it's my favorite Metal Gear Solid. It's tiptoeing up there. Uh, Silent Hill 3 finally came in after a few like a week or two of waiting. I don't know. Start playing that. Not feeling it so much. Maybe I'll feel it sometime later whenever I start playing it more. Uh, Started watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Whew.
Stepping into anime land for the first time in a little bit. That's a show.
Step it in.
It's a really wild show. It's you. Some could say it's just a bizarre adventure.
And that it
Whatever.
is.
Ah, I see what you did
Ha
there.
ha. Have you,
Oh man.
I'm really digging that. Uh, Second part's definitely my favorite. First was really nice. Third so far, uh, it's cool,
you don't
but
like Stardust as much as the second part?
I think I'm gonna have to warm up to it because I don't know. I'm warming up to the stands thing
Yeah.
because I preferred the whole Hamon beating each other up with your fists thing. The whole stand Yu-Gi-Oh-ish type thing. I don't know. But I'm warming up to it. It's getting better. It's getting better. Uh I just wish old Joseph was like younger Joseph, but like older. Instead he's just like an old man. He's just a normal old man.
Yeah, he's like old Snake.
Um he's not guessing what everyone's saying anymore. Uh let's see. And what else have I done? I'm starting to get I stopped listening to much music cuz I feel like I'll get into either a video game mood or a music mood. Whenever I get into the video games, I don't listen to as much music. Whenever I get into the music, I don't play much video games. And now I'm
Synergize.
easing back into the music.
Synergize.
Yeah,
I'm
synergize,
easing back
RJ.
into the
Wow.
music, uh, listening to a few albums, re-listening to some stuff. Uh, Listen to that Jamie XX. Really dig that. That climbed up higher than I thought it would on my list so far.
Yeah, I actually
Hey,
I thought I wasn't
I
gonna like
haven't
that.
listened to it yet.
list later.
Yeah, you actually do need to listen to that, Maddie, because
I
it's
do. That's what I've
That's the
heard. Everyone's
that's
been saying it's
oh,
amazing, and I just haven't listened to it yet.
I actually thought that I wasn't gonna like it because I don't like the XX, and it was a lot better than I expected.
I
I was
was
pleasantly
trying to
surprised.
tell you, man. I'm
I
like,
like
yo,
one song
yeah,
from the
listen to this.
XX.
I remember that first album. Oh, that was a long time ago. I remember when I first said, "This is great." I actually really like this. That's the first album. That was a long
I
time
like a
ago.
couple XX songs.
I
Maybe
like
like
the intro, and that's about it.
five, 5 years, six, maybe 6 years ago. A long time ago. But anyway,
It's even been a while since the last XX album, hasn't it?
yeah, it's been like five, not five, like four.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
4 years.
2011.
Coexist came out in like 2011, 2012.
Yeah, something
I,
like that.
I remember that because I was actually really excited for that album because I liked the it was actually like one of the first double albums I ever bought, and the only
Oh
reason I
man.
bought it is because I liked the alternate cover
Oh,
Hmm.
thing a
that's
ring. Yeah,
unfortunate.
yeah, yeah. It was
Anyway,
unfortunate.
so RJ, do you have anything else?
Mm, besides that, whenever it comes to the music zone, I've been listening to a lot of Tyson Andronicus, but
Yeah,
that's generally about it.
that's what I like to hear. Titus is the shit. RJ, tell them what happened on Twitter, man.
Oh, right. That did happen. That was an interesting thing. I tweeted. I remember making a tweet about wanting to see Tyson Andronicus over in September, and Mr. Patrick Stickles decided to tweet back at me and is like, "Where do
Aw.
you live?" and is like wanting
Aw.
to he's like, "Where do you live, man?" And then I made a post on Tumblr about the interaction, and then he reblogged it and was like, "Someone give this kid a ride." And
Oh.
I'm talking to a friend or two about that. Let's see how that goes. And also there's like he like tweeted me a thing that's like, oh, if you like email them about like your road trip thing, you could like get like guest list spots.
Aw.
So that's an interesting thing.
That would be amazing. Wow, that's so cool. What a man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Patrick
What
seems
a
really
male.
nice.
I remember when it happened. We were RJ and I were just like, what if Patrick
He's gonna
Stickles
throw
is
eggs at my home.
offering? Yeah, is offering to give RJ a ride to the show.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. That would be like a mini documentary need to
Yeah,
happen about that. That'd be a YouTube doc.
yeah. Uh,
YouTube
Yeah.
does suck, man. It's
I
too
was,
short.
I was, I didn't know that he reblogged your Tumblr post. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, he
So
did.
that's cool.
That's really cool. What a man.
I like that he seems to check Tumblr and Twitter a lot because he'll, like if you make a post about them, he'll probably see it a few hours later
Yeah, did you
and like it.
see
Something.
what he was doing on the 4th of July?
Uh,
No, what was he doing?
Oh man, he was just getting crazy political. It was wild. Like,
really? Was
yeah,
it on Twitter or Tumblr?
it was on Twitter.
Okay.
Because my feed was just nothing but him like posting songs and like taking lines from those songs on like his views of America, and it was just like a
Ooh.
bunch of Beastie Boys and Crass. That dude's
Amazing.
wild.
He is. He's a trip. He's a
Uh,
good trip.
I guess I'll go.
Yes, you will.
What have I been up to? I have been. Let's see. I went to Georgia for a baseball tournament. I
Tell
hate baseball.
Oh,
Uh,
baseball. Really?
yeah,
That's where you went? Huh.
yeah. Uh,
Why?
because I got offered and I was like, I need to get out of state, so I did it. Uh,
True.
yeah, I fucking hate airplanes. I've realized it's been like before this, it's been like a good solid 10 years since I've been on an airplane, and
Damn.
I
That's a
thought
long
there would
time.
be some improvements. The only thing new
Of
is that they have
course.
Wi-Fi that doesn't work on my fucking phone. Uh, it was hell.
Plain Wi-Fi is a scam.
Yeah, I got laid over
Whatever.
in New Orleans, and that sucked because the New
Collins.
Orleans airport just didn't even have Wi-Fi, so I did nothing for an hour. And let's see. Each time I got on the plane, I tried to listen to music, but my ears kept popping. Uh,
Oh
Ooh.
man.
yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
But I do remember there were some pretty dramatic moments. I was listening to like "Have a Nice Life," and the shoegaze kicked in as I took off, and I felt like I was being sucked into a vacuum.
That's always nice.
Yeah. And then I was listening to Merriweather because I never really gave that album a fair like chance. Like I get to taste or Guy's Eyes, and I'd be like, I'm out.
Wait, hold on. 1 second, 1 second. You didn't give MPP a fair chance?
No, I didn't.
But
I
it's
I
so
really
good.
liked. See, here's the thing. I really liked like the first 6 tracks, but I personally thought that the album fell off. And so on this airplane ride, I was like, I'm gonna listen to this whole album without skipping a single track, and I'm just gonna do it. And that was quite possibly one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. Uh, really like Merryweather now. It was one of my least favorite Animal Collective albums, but it's now probably my second favorite, so that's
Isn't
cool.
that the one that like everybody loves?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the most
Yeah,
accessible one.
but
Like,
the reason I didn't like it as much is because I am not the biggest fan of like the Beach Boys, and it's kind of Beach Boysy.
But I
Uh,
feel like Animal Collective in general is kind of Beach Boysy, based on what
See,
I've heard of them.
like I don't know, from what I for my favorite albums are like it's probably Strawberry Jam right now, and that album is less like it has like elements of Brian Wilson shit, but it's more like
Yeah.
kind of I get like a freak folk vibe from it, So
Hmm.
I'm not like a big Animal Collective fan. That's why I like Fields a lot, and I like MPP a lot. And
Feels is pretty Beach Boysy. Feels
I
is pretty
tried
Beach Boysy.
Strawberry Jam. I think I was like, I heard a few songs. I'm like, oh, this is not for me.
Yeah,
And I just kind of just went and listened to most of Panda Bear single stuff. Like Person Pitch, such a great record.
yeah.
But
Person Pitch is pretty good.
that's Beach
I also listened to Avitar's Slasher Flicks for the first time this year. Uh, that I remember that getting a lot of shit put on it, and I kind of understand it, but I really like it. So I don't know. Um, I went to I went to Robert's hometown, Warner Robins. I passed through it
Warner
technically.
Brothers.
Um, that
nice.
I
Everyone was visiting everybody, but not really, just
yeah
passing
Yeah.
through.
yeah
Kind of like Tumblr. Just watching someone talk, like, oh, I see you, but I don't want to engage with you. That's
Yeah,
Tumblr.
exactly.
exactly. It was like that, but in real life. It was-
Seeing someone post something sad, and then you're like, oh, that's sad, and then you just scroll by.
Like kind of like watching a dog with a broken leg. You're like, you slowly just put your foot on the pedal and just bye, and then pick up the speed so you don't have to look at the dog anymore.
uh,
Wow, I don't know where that came
Good
from.
job,
what's really funny
everybody.
is
Oh,
that there's actually a chance that RJ and I just like passed each other right up
Yeah.
because he was getting into town as I was leaving his town.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
it's a Pulp
Very
Fiction.
poetic.
That's
it was
You
very
poetic.
just you
Tarantino.
just pass each other in the and like your both of your hands are like on the
Yeah.
windows of the
Just slow
car
motion on
as
the
you
window.
drive past.
I really wanted to get I really wanted to visit the Walmart and
The
Visit
famed
the Walmart.
yeah,
Walmart.
the legendary Walmart. But I
The
couldn't do that.
singular.
And I really wanted at least to get a photo near the sign and just be like, I'm taking over now or something stupid. But my aunt would not. She refused. And I was like, come on. But,
She's
buzzkill.
probably like, what the fuck? What are
Bummer.
you talking about?
Yeah,
SMH.
no,
This is the Walmart.
I was just like, hey, can we pull over so I can get a photo near this sign real quick? And she was like, that's stupid. I'm not doing that.
It's stupid.
I guess
So,
she was
yeah.
thinking.
Went to the aquarium in Georgia. That was cool. Did you know there are some jellyfish that are immortal? I didn't know that.
I
Oh
think I've
fuck,
heard
Immortal?
that
that's
before.
scary, man. That's really scary. I don't like that.
Yeah, man.
I don't like that at
What
all.
do they know?
Why
What
is
is
it
it?
immortal?
What's in their
I
heads?
almost spit my drink out
What
just
is that,
What are they
now.
OJ?
hiding?
Oh my god.
If they're
Uh,
Are
immortal,
they?
they know something.
Are
But
they
yeah.
when
like?
were they born then?
They were
Ne-
never born.
they were always
They were
born.
never
They've always been?
No, like they were like
Their life is a constant birth, and that's why they're immortal.
yeah,
well,
like it's kind of like that, I guess. I don't know. It's like I don't remember exactly what all
I'm
the
just
guy was
making stuff
saying
up.
because I was zoning out. Uh, but he kept talking about like how they kind of like evolved while they were living, like from the little tiny beings that they were whenever they came down to this planet. I guess I don't know.
The aliens?
Like I said, I was zoning out a lot, and they're probably
You
aliens,
just,
dude. They're
you're just
immortal.
describing like vampire fish. I don't even.
yeah.
Yeah, but they're real
What's
cute,
going on?
and they move real cool. Like I remember that they're like neon blue, and they move by like extending their little tentacles and then
Heads?
pushing up. It's like they're swimming. It's real cute. I mean, they are technically swimming, but you know what I mean.
Is that your review?
yeah, yeah.
They're cute and they move real cool.
Immortal jellyfish, 8 out of 10. Good.
Move real cool.
Best
Playing at the
jellyfish of the
troubadour.
year.
Yeah.
B and J.
Uh, people in Atlanta can't drive.
Uh,
That's just like I
No
think
one
like
can drive.
I think
Like
whenever you go
nobody
to
in
an
America can
yeah,
drive.
when you go to another city or something, you're always like, man, these people can't drive. Like when I went to Adam, like these people really can't drive. I
Yeah, and
almost
when
got to
I
like
go
3
anywhere except
accidents.
LA, or when I see
Scared.
anyone from someone who like with plates that aren't from LA, I'll be like, well, this fucker doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, these people
And
were
it's
like
always true.
they were like creating lanes and shit. Like if you know the little like the elbow, is that what it's called? The
Yes.
yeah. People were just driving in that to pass you. Like it was
You mean
crazy.
the left turn? Turn left or something? Or...
No, like if you're on the highway, you know there's that little tiny like edge of the highway, or not the
Oh
highway, I
god, are
guess
you
the freeway.
serious?
Yeah, people were
oh,
like passing us on
I
that.
think I've seen someone do that before on
What
in
the
Atlanta
fuck?
while I was on
I've
my
never
way
seen
to
that happen
Atlanta.
before.
I've seen that
I've
happen
done that
before.
here, but like only when it was well warranted.
Uh,
I've never done that. That's extremely
I remember seeing
dangerous.
someone just roll
No,
out
no,
and
I've done it on the
then
way home from work when tourists don't know where they're going, so I'll just like slip around.
I,
But that's when like there's like no one on the road except
yeah.
them, and I'm like getting annoyed.
No, this was like lots of cars. Someone just goes out and then just says, "Okay, I'm gonna go this way."
Nah.
and like at first I thought it was an isolated incident, but I swear I saw it happen 3 times. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Playing F
They
Zero,
Um,
they're
man.
went to
they
Steak
are.
and Shake. The steaks are lame. The shakes are good. Uh,
That's what I've heard. I've heard that.
Steak,
I've heard the
I
shakes.
enjoyed the
Cool.
steak and shake that I
The
went to.
steaks are like very mediocre.
yeah, no, the burgers were like mediocre and small and
Yeah.
Yeah.
not very filling, and the fries were very thin. It was hard to pick them up, but the shakes were delicious. The shakes
Yeah,
10
the
out of 10.
shakes are why everyone goes.
Yeah.
That
Um,
sucks.
Well, if you ever come here, I know the best burgers
yeah.
in this city.
No, and here's the thing: the burgers were. It was like a shittier version of In-N-Out with really good shakes. Like that's how I feel about Steak and Shake.
In-N-Out
You
Interesting.
shakes.
know, I don't like when a meal is like unbalanced. Where you're like, oh, this chicken. Gee, this chicken tastes like a Supreme Court decision, and then this salad is just bad. But hey, man, this sparkling juice is all right. Like that sucks.
Yeah,
That just sucks in general. Like the meal is ruined.
and it was
Hi,
like,
RJ's cat.
Yeah, the cat has input on the burgers
Patches. What
and
do you
steak
think
and
of Steak and Shake? Oh man,
Very
dude,
What
don't
are
say
you?
that.
What are
Jeez.
you doing
vocal.
to her?
shake. Nothing. She just does that.
It's
We're
the
gonna get
beginning. She's
sued.
transforming. I knew it.
Hey, this is a family-friendly podcast. Patches, calm down. Jeez.
She doesn't know any rules.
Uh, man, your cat's pretty punk, man.
She doesn't know.
She's just cursing up a storm about Steak and Shake. I don't know what the hell's going on. Uh, what else? Because this is going on way too long. I got sidetracked by Immortal Jellyfish.
I don't
Uh,
know. Let's
I
talk about albums now.
Yeah, let's talk about albums.
I
Who's
So,
going first?
wait,
uh,
before we do this, before we do this, as a group, as a group, wait, no, should we do that after? Yeah, after. Never
yeah, that
mind.
should come
Go.
after. I'm like, wait,
I'll edit
okay.
that out
this is
then.
weird.
I'll cut that
No,
out.
just leave
What's
it in.
going
Just
on?
leave it in there. Who cares?
All right, so who's gonna go first with top 5 albums? Anybody?
Uh,
Do, do, do,
I'll
do.
go first.
Okay.
I
there we go.
volunteer. It's okay. So number 5 is Wilder Mind by Mumford and Sons.
Oh.
Oh.
Number 4 is Blurry Face by 22 Pilots.
Uh,
Mm.
Number 3 is American Beauty by Fall Out Boy.
Oh yes.
Number 2 is Dark Sky Paradise. and,
uh,
Listen
and
off
of
the hits.
course,
Hits.
and of course, number 1 is Tidal by Megan Trainor.
I feel like
At first, I thought you meant like the music service. The
I
music.
Number
don't know
one
what
is
this title
Title.
by Jay Z.
The greatest album is titled "The Music Streaming Service" by Jay-Z.
No,
That's a good sponsorship right there.
it
Maddie
is.
does this shit all the time because I was on Facebook and I was like, "What are your 5 favorite movies ever?" And she just listed off Adam Sandler movies,
Like
and I
hot
was like,
chicks.
"Thanks, thanks, Maddie."
Hot chick and master of disguise.
I love The Master of Disguise, really unironically.
That movie is
That
so
movie's
bad.
really bad.
Holy
I
shit!
haven't seen it since 2006.
That's it. By then, it had already outstayed its welcome. By like September 2002, it outstayed its welcome. Like that thing is a bad
That
movie.
movie is a steaming pile of shit.
Okay, really,
Real talk.
this time. Number 5 is a tie between Jenny Death and I Don't
What?
Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside.
Oh, I forgot Jay Death came out this year.
I really like Jenny Death. It might be my favorite Death Grips release.
That's
The
the
more I've
release.
listened to it since it's come out, I've just like been digging it a lot. Specifically Piss Piss, which is a
Oh boy.
wonderful song.
Yes, love it.
And then I also like I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside. It's night driving music. It's very relaxing and depressing.
I don't even think it's night driving. That's just like cocoon music.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
area
Yeah,
was
it
really dark.
it really is.
Hmm.
It's just sweating. It's just
Sweating.
Sweating the album.
uh,
Um,
this is
Number
bleak.
4 is strangely enough, it's If You're Reading This, It's Too Late.
Oh,
Interesting.
interesting.
I don't like Drake. I have never liked a Drake release until this one.
Interesting.
Interesting.
And
I still haven't listened to that.
I really like it. It's like we were talking about earlier, like he's becoming increasingly paranoid and I really enjoy it.
Well, that's sadistic.
Just feeding off of his paranoia.
Kind of. I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, like he just sounds it's better now. Like before he was kind of mopey and I was like whatever, but now he just sounds like the last 30 minutes of Goodfellas and I'm like,
Mm,
okay.
You know, I
fair.
was just talking to someone like literally 3 days ago. Like, man, I haven't seen Goodfellas in a long time. I need to go watch Goodfellas. Thank you for reminding me.
You're
Eventually.
welcome. It's
I've
a good
never seen
film.
Goodfellas.
It's
Oh,
a
so
really
good,
good
so
wander
good.
through the
Especially the
cloud.
end.
The end is the
Just
best.
feel like Ray Liotta going like, "Fuck."
Yeah. So
So,
that's how Drake's mixtape, is that what it is?
yeah, it's a mixtape.
Whatever. It's better than. Did he release an album too?
No.
No, he's putting one out
No.
this year though,
Yeah.
He's
right?
putting one out.
View from the six.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought it was already out for some reason.
No.
yeah.
Anyway, it's probably going to be better. I mean, this one, if you're reading this, it's too late. It's probably going to be better than his album because it's really good. Number 3 is I Love You, Honey Bear by Father
Oh
John Misty,
Oh, I love
God.
that album.
which is just really sweet and nice. And I really like Fleet Foxes
Uh,
and I like Father John.
I don't know if I would describe it as sweet.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it sounds sweet, but the
Yeah,
lyrics aren't that sweet at
I like
all.
I like the album, but Father John Misty as a person just
Really? Well, I've
he just
never.
irks me.
Why?
He just I don't know, just something about him, just the way he is,
It's like the
and
timbre.
the
he,
way
he
some of his lyrics.
he's kind of like
I just feel like I would fight him.
he's like Brad Cooper from Hangover, except he has a guitar.
He's like the older version of Mac DeMarco.
I don't know. He's too
Except
together
Mac
to be Mac
DeMarco is
DeMarco.
more
Mac
is more
DeMarco.
likable than he is.
Mac DeMarco's like a
I like him.
deconstructed pizza you threw in the trash.
You know, I like the
And
album,
I
but I
like
don't.
Mac DeMarco, but
I hear
that
he
man is
puts
a
on a really
mess.
good live show too, from everyone I've heard. He's really good live. And I really liked that Suburbs
I'm
cover
about to say
that
he did a
he did.
That
Suburbs cover the
Suburbs
other
cover
day.
was really
That's
good.
It
great.
was really
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
I think that's probably
I
my
love
favorite
that
thing he
song.
has done.
It was pretty cool. And yeah, that album is great. It's his best album, I think.
It's a really good album.
And then number 1 and number 2 is like,
This is the one I wanted to know about.
Mm?
oh man. Cuz
But
I
I
keep
know what they are. But
Yeah.
I mean, everybody on Earth knows.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like it's hard to choose between Carrie and Lowell and To Pimp a Butterfly because
Mhm.
when I rated them initially, To Pimp a Butterfly was a 10 and Carrie and Lowell was an 8. But as I've started listening to both, Carrie and Lowell has raised up and up. I don't know if it's a 10 because it's not perfect still, but I mean, it's a really good live, and after you see something live, the album has kind of changed
yeah,
for you.
yes.
And just like seeing Sufjan sing the songs on that album, I'm like, shit, this is some real shit. Like he said in like an interview, he's like, this isn't just an art project. Like this is who I am. And I was like, fuck. So I don't know. It's a I don't know.
Pick just which one feels more comfortable, man.
I've
Yeah.
listened to Karen Lowell more, so that'll probably be my number
All
one.
right. And
Okay.
There you
But To Pimp a
go.
Butterfly is also fucking amazing
remember,
and
this isn't a final
flawless.
list. This is just like a
Yeah.
we're halfway
Yeah.
through the year. You got 6 more months, 5 more months.
These
I don't
could
fucking know.
completely change.
Yeah.
You're right.
I don't think so. I think the top unless something crazy comes out,
Unless Drake's
like
new album is
Chewy,
amazing.
new Kanye
unless
hasn't dropped yet.
I don't, man.
I don't know if I have
I
hope
don't
for
know
Uh,
about that.
but
that.
I love Kanye, you know that.
Me
But like,
too.
I've heard some things this year, like albums. I'm like, all right, this is a lock. Like the last time I heard an album, I was like, oh, this is a lock. Is when MVP came back. All right, that's a lock. And that was a lock at number 2 for 10 months. It didn't change, not once. Ironically, Yeezus came out that year too. But no.
I liked
Anyway,
Jesus.
I love Yeezus. It's a great album. But yeah.
Who's next?
Uh,
I'll go for it.
yeah, RJ,
Okay.
yeah, take it.
I was gonna go to my
All
top
right.
five.
I'm not gonna. I'm not. I'm not gonna say my number three for some reasons. That'll be revealed at a later date.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
That
Hey,
makes no
RJ,
sense.
RJ,
No.
whatever you're talking about,
That's
I
bullshit.
just want you to know that I'm not putting that on the list just yet either. So if I were you, I would just
Okay.
completely take it out because
I just
technically, yeah.
realized. I
Okay.
realized what's going
All
on
right.
here.
So let's start from number 6 here.
What?
6 is Sauna by Mount Erie. I love my cool drony Phil Elverum. I love that. Number 5 is The Epic by Kamasi Washington.
Still haven't listened to it.
It's impressive that you listened to the whole thing.
I've
That's
listened to
that's
it
impressive.
like 2 or 3 times. Like
Man.
I gave it like a full sit down listen like 2 times, but like sporadically trying to listen to it, it was like a whole thing, and then I just had to strap myself down and go, okay, listen to this. You're gonna listen to this one more time, and then you're gonna put it down for a little bit. But yeah, and number 4 is To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar.
Mm,
Great album. You know, there's not too much to say that everyone hasn't said already. And I wasn't in love with it as much as everyone else is, but I still think it's great. Number 3, I'll just say in place of number 3, that number 3 is this GIF of this Atlanta Braves baseball player doing Lil B's cooking dance that I just saw on Twitter. And
Fucking album.
number 1 and number 2, they're pretty neck and neck. I'll have to re-listen and see where I'm feeling at the moment. But for right now, I'll say number 2 is Carrie and Lowell by Sufjan Stevens.
Oh,
Uh,
I know.
Loving it. And of course, number 1 for me is just say just the powers that be in general.
mm.
Jenny Depp is definitely my favorite Death Grips release. But you know, powers that be is the album.
Well, you do like
Yeah.
So
new
that's number
metal.
1. Yeah, of course. Just love
Oh.
that new metal. Love that Linkin Park part
Oh.
2.
Oh.
But yeah,
Underrated.
that's my top 5.
Solid. Solid.
All
Dope.
right. Chewy, do you want to go or?
Well, shit. All right. I've been single at number 5. Ah, I should make a split decision. At this point, you know what? I'm gonna give number 5 to Passion Pit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Kindred.
Kindred. For the reason I was actually gonna give it to Drake, number 5.
Yeah.
At this point, the reason why I gave it to Kindred because I was actually listening to it the other day. Or no, when I was driving earlier. And it's like Passion Pit is an interesting group because a lot of the songs that like the main dude,
Hmm.
Angelico's writes, they're all about like depression. Like they're all about different manic like forms of depression. And so Gossamer, the second album was like Overdrive, where it was completely about his like his manic depression and stuff. And so Kindred is nice because it's about him getting healthy. And
Hmm.
that's just a good thing because he deserves it. And so the songs aren't happy but weirdly dark. They're just kind of happy, which is nice. Anyway, number four. Um, I love you, Honey Bear. I
Mm.
love that record. That is a great record.
It is really good.
It's I love how weirdly not weird. It's just fucking. It's vulgar in general. Like
Yeah.
the album. It's like singing like really. He has like a really nice voice. It's just dirty and things. It's like, oh, this is weird. The
I
weird
love it.
juxtaposition. Number three, Surf by Donnie Trumpet and the Social Experiment.
Mm.
I love that album. That album is really impressive because it's a. Well, I'm not gonna say because it's a free album. That's like when people say, "Oh, it's good for a downloadable game." But no, the
Yeah.
work that went into it, that thing is like stuffed with different sounds and genres and like blends and things that you keep listening to it. It's one of those albums where you keep listening to it and you keep taking something new every time you listen to it. So I like that a lot. Number two is In Color by Jamie XX.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great album. It's really graceful. It's a really graceful electronic album.
Production on it
Like a
is
lot of
sweet.
yeah, like a lot of it. It's like it's basically about being in a club. It's like
Yeah.
one night, and so you hear a lot of weird noise in the side. Like you hear some like samples of people just talking in the club or sirens, and just I don't know. It's that shit is felt. It's just really. It's not there is no fat in it. Like it's pretty clean cut. Like it doesn't waste time, and it's just I don't know. It's really great. I love how graceful that album is.
A lot of
And
places
then
is so good.
Loud Places is a great song. Oh
That's
man,
like of all the songs I've been hearing about, that is one of them.
Loud Places and Obs, which is like
Yeah.
a song with a steel pan in it. It's fucking awesome. And then number one is To Pimp a Butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
What
Whee!
more could be said? That album is man, what a fucking album. That thing is dense as shit
Yeah.
with different
There's a
things.
lot of going on there.
Like Institutionalized. That's I think Institutionalized is a good example of that album's like density in general.
Hmm.
Because like that song is a song about being institutionalized in the ghetto, which is the
Yeah.
institution of the American government and stuff. And then coming out of it, but bringing the same mentality forward, and then feeling institutionalized as a celebrity, and having
Yeah.
these two things collide, where like he brings his boys to like BET Awards, and him dealing with the institutionalized nature of being a celebrity and having like all the expectations on him, and then his boys actually being from the hood. It's so weirdly not meta, but it's just really heavy.
There's
Not heavy,
definitely
but
some metacisms for sure,
yeah,
though.
yeah. It's just oh man, a, that's a fucking record.
Yes, it
That's what
is.
it is.
I was just listening to Hood Politics today in the car, and I was like, shit.
I was listening to These
Bobo.
Walls today. These
God.
Walls. I really like how in These Walls he goes from talking about like sex to like, how her lover at the time is in prison.
Is in jail. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like the end, the
The
outro
end
when he's
is
just talking and
so
stuff. Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
it's like a better version of The Art of Peer Pressure in my opinion because like The Art of Peer Pressure has a
Yeah,
very similar like it goes from like
Yeah. That's a great song.
a
the art of
bumper
peer
to a
pressure.
darker sounding, oh, this is a lot more dismal than it actually is.
I think that song is functional though for what
No,
that
yeah,
whole
without
album
a
is.
doubt.
It's more functional than like I wouldn't be like, oh man, I'm driving for my boys. I'm like, all right, yo, put on the art of peer pressure.
Yeah.
Like that would have happened, but it's just the construct of Mad City. Like, it's
No.
totally
Yeah.
fine that it works functionally and it works that way great.
Yeah, yeah. I just meant
No, I
like
agree with you though.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I do
Not
agree.
saying Art of Peer Pressure is a bad song, or because
Great
Good Kid,
song.
Mad City is actually a 10 for me.
That's a
Yeah.
10.
It's a
Solid.
10 for me as well.
But it's okay, Computer to Kid A, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that's a really good.
yeah,
That's a
Maddie
really
brought
good.
that up. You
That
know,
was me,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
guys.
that
that's
was
damn.
Maddie, which is a very very
Damn,
good
I have to
comparison.
marinate on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um.
And I do love OK Computer the most. So anyway,
Uh. That's a debate for another time.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Are we ready to
completely.
come to this knife fight?
Yeah. Oh man. Anyways,
Your
But you,
turn,
Dan.
Dan.
yeah, my top five. The hardest pick is 5 and 4 because there are a lot of albums I feel like that are really great, but are just barely not like
You
hitting
don't
it. You
feel
know,
it. It's not
Sure.
hitting
I
your mark.
feel it. I love it. I love what I'm hearing, but it's like I think
Just
I'm in love with the ideas more than what I'm actually hearing.
just do like a
Oh,
Oh,
tie.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, and so number 5 is a tie right now between Frozen Niagara Falls by the Pruient
Mm-hmm.
and the Artwork by Liturgy, both of which,
Furry
um,
was a weird listen, man.
it is
That
a
Yeah.
put
very
me in a
weird listen.
dark place.
Yeah, Prurient is a hard listen, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
but I
yeah.
like the ideas a lot. I'm a
so
big
did
fan
I.
of drone. I'm a big fan of ambient, but I'm not a big fan of harsh noise. And that's where
Mm-hmm.
the album kind of turned itself off for me. That and power electronics. Those aren't my cup of teas. But I love the lyrics on the damn thing. I love the feelings that it filled me with. I think later, if I dip my feet into it, once I'm more experienced with harsh noise and power electronics, if I ever decide to go on that binge,
Yeah.
I'll really love it. But as of right now, I'm not feeling too solid about it. And with the artwork, that's a very weird album that is getting laughed at a lot. Um,
Yeah.
it's like if
Vitriol,
Animal
man.
Collective decided to make
Wow,
black
fuck.
metal. So, that's kind of what you get with it. But
Uh,
yeah.
that
Um,
sounds not. Is it better than that sounds?
no. No.
Oh,
I personally
oh,
think it is, but a lot of people do not. A lot of people
Oh.
accuse Hendrix, the frontman of Liturgy, to be very pretentious in his ideologies. But there's no screamed vocals, so that's something to, if you ever decide to dive into it. It's an interesting listen, and I highly recommend everybody listen to it if
Yeah.
they just want something very interesting. And that's why it's getting a number 5, because it's so many great ideas, but the execution is sloppy.
Yeah, that's mostly why it's pretty down on the list for me. It's not on bottom row, but it's like second to last
Yeah,
bottom row. But it's an interesting listen.
yeah,
yeah.
uh,
I can see that though. The idea of like, I like what it's doing conceptually, but in execution. But for
yeah.
me,
Yeah,
if it doesn't execute, then it's kind of
Then
useless
it's
to me
not.
ultimately.
Yeah,
Well,
that
yeah,
Like
me
too.
too.
see, but
that's kind of like
I feel
yeah.
like it's personally laying down the floorboards for what could be a very, very amazing path that liturgy could go down.
Hmm.
Um, it's kind of, it's not as good as ex-military, for instance, but it's in the same place. Whereas, oh, this is something new that I've never heard before, and hopefully, the more that gets done, the better. Like at executing it.
It'll get sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be like the Loveless of black metal, honestly. Except Loveless was executed
Oh
perfectly.
wow. Yeah,
It'll create this new
yeah.
genre, and it'll be really really dope. Because liturgy kind of came from the same place that Death Heaven came from and stuff. Anyways, um, number 4 as of right now, this was another hard pick, but I think it's probably Kamasi Washington's The Epic.
hmm
Really love that album. There's been a lot said about it. It's a dense record. It's a hard record, but it's fun and I dig it, and it's real nice. Number 3 is probably I don't like shit. I don't go outside.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
the
Oh,
I really love this record.
interesting turn.
Uh, for me personally, it was a 10. It is still a 10. But when that album came out, I was at the perfect place in life for that album to hit me. Um,
Sure.
so that's it's got some. I will say this. I do not think it is as good as To Pimp a Butterfly. Looking at it back in retrospect, but personally, I just have a lot of really good feelings for that album. I really liked it. Um, yeah.
Nice.
Number 2 is To Pimp a Butterfly.
Brah.
Uh, everybody's said what needs to be said about that album. Everybody has already talked
Bobo.
about it.
Boo
Yeah.
boo.
And number 1 right now is a record that I can't talk about. So,
Really?
until then, it's Carrie and Lowell by Sufjan
Okay.
Stevens.
I was gonna say something is missing here.
Yeah. My number 1 right now is Carrie and Lowell. In about 22 days, that is going to change. But as of right now, it is Carrie and Lowell. I really, really love Carrie and Lowell. Didn't
So
get it.
when in
Huh?
22 days your new record comes out that
Yeah.
becomes your favorite, does Carrie and Lowell become number two, or does Carrie and Lowell get cuckolded?
Karen Lowell becomes number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, Karen
I
Lowell
will say,
definitely becomes number 2.
along those same lines, I may or may not have heard a record today that I can't talk about.
Yeah.
That
Ooh.
will
Y'all
probably
need to
crack
follow the law.
Oh.
crack. Hey, I didn't do anything. I just
Y'all
happened
need
to
to
hear it.
follow the
I'm following
law.
the law to my benefit.
Yeah.
I heard it and I'm like, all right, I'll probably see you later.
Hey,
Yeah.
I think I need to check that one out too.
Yeah, whenever I get
Yeah.
internet back, I'm checking that out. Because I've heard some very interesting things about it. Something about spoken word and
Oh,
psychedelic rock. And that's.
I don't say anymore.
Yeah, I'm not
don't,
going to say
don't.
any more. But
We'll support it though.
one of our mutuals, all of our mutuals, I believe, maybe not Maddie. No, Maddie. Yeah, you're following that.
Oh,
That.
Yeah, the
following that
the
thing.
noodle drap,
That.
the noodle drap on
Matt.
Oh,
Tumblr.
Matt
Maggie
is a
boy.
good.
Yeah, uh,
That's a
It's all
very
right. Oh,
excellent music taste, and he is they are digging it a lot. So I'm
I'm
gonna
supposed to
check
go
that out.
see Death from Above 1979 this Sunday,
Yeah.
and it's
Um,
free.
Other than that, I believe that covers it. Now let's get down to the main thing. What is Pretentious Tastes album of the year so far?
Has to be Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, because
It has to be.
I don't know.
Or Karen
Averaging all of
Lowell.
our
it's
answers,
it's
Carrie and
it's been on
Lowell, and
Hmm.
Well, I don't know.
because
Karen Lowell
Chewy's number one
is
is
Pimp.
is Pimp.
Is Pimp.
RJ's number one
is
Is the
is
grip.
powers that be.
Grips, but
Great.
his
Yeah.
number two is Sufjan.
Yep.
Danny's number one is Sufjan.
Yep.
My number two is Kendrick, but I mean, just averaging those numbers, it sounds like Sufjan's album of the year.
This one's not even on my list.
That's true, but so who knows? It's both.
It's
Hey,
it's those two back neck to
no.
neck. They're neck to neck.
Probably, though, just like from a political standpoint,
Oh yeah.
it'll be To Pimp a Butterfly.
I mean, it doesn't have to. I mean, I've heard Karen Lowell. I could see that being.
Yeah, because I mean, like, Karen Lowell's more like personal, whereas To Pimp a Butterfly
To
is
Pimp
like
Butterfly is
all
personal.
encompassing.
I think it's
I mean,
pretty
it's
personal.
personal, but it's more all encompassing.
Hmm.
Whereas Carrie Lowell, like, I know that people have had really strong feelings about it, but
Yeah, I will
it's,
say that. If you don't have context for Karen Lowell, you're missing out on a huge chunk of
yeah,
that album.
because, like,
Hmm.
yeah, reading about him and that record, like, makes it more intense.
Which could
Yeah,
argue, one could argue,
I mean,
maybe
yeah,
the
same thing
execution
with,
of the album was sloppy? If you need
I
all
don't
of
know
that
though.
ooh.
information, maybe it was sloppy.
I don't think it's
Mm,
sloppy. I think it's
Uh,
distinctively vague,
Hmm.
and that's how
uh,
Sufjan's life is, because
I
he's
can.
very secretive and about his personal life.
But if it's a personal album,
Yeah,
He
that's what I was gonna
wasn't
say.
gonna do it initially, and then like someone else kind of made him, and he was like, okay.
yeah,
So I don't know. Like I said, it it's
That's
I
a
don't
tough.
know. They're both good.
they're both fantastic, yeah, but
Yeah, that's the problem. They're both great. That's the
here's the
problem.
thing we need to pick one. So we as a
Uh,
group need to come
you know,
together and
Okay,
decide this.
everyone just vote one. Okay, so Maddie, what is your vote?
Why do I have to go first all the time?
I don't know. I don't know. I wanted to say Daddy and Arch at the same time, but I ended up saying
Let's
Daddy.
all just say it at the same time.
That's a
Okay,
terrible idea.
I think
yes, it's not a good
do
idea.
it.
Come on, Maddie. What's your
On
pick?
the
What's
count
your
of
vote?
three,
Because
No.
uh,
all say
uh,
no,
it
because
at
everyone's gonna
once.
go. Okay, what did you say? And then
Yeah.
what did you say?
Three,
Maddie, what's your
two,
pick?
one. Dark Sky Paradise. Oh,
Mm.
I knew you were gonna do something like that. I knew
God damn it.
it.
Uh,
Or like drones by Muse.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll
I
give that to
forgot to
drones
put drones. I forgot to
or
put drones on my list of best albums. You're right. Shit.
Fred and Sons. I was expecting you to say one of those two. Okay,
Um, so the best album of
Go
the
with your heart.
year is probably from an
Wait,
objective
wait. Before you
standpoint.
talk, I have to say this. Isn't this just
Oh.
going to be restating our ones?
No, I think this is different because if we're speaking
No,
for
this is
the podcast, it's
yeah.
gonna be
Okay.
different.
All right. Then if we're
This is
speaking for the group,
objective.
yeah.
This
All right.
is completely objective. It's probably To Pimp a Butterfly.
I don't think it should. I don't know. I don't think it has to be objective. I think music inherently is subjective. Like
Yeah.
probably more subjective than any other medium.
Yeah. If we were just
I
looking at
think.
objective, then the epic, because it's the longest and it has the most technical skill.
That's video game logic.
Yeah.
That's board game.
Because it's the longest.
Sorry, The Witch is the best game in the game, but it's not. And now I'm just. I will vote Pimp Butterfly.
I'm gonna vote Pimp a Butterfly as well.
You guys. You guys.
You
I'm
got-
I'm standing my foot. I am saying Carrie and Lowell.
Okay, then
Damn it! This is
Carrie and Lowell.
I'm putting
God
my
damn it! I have to
foot down.
change it because now it's in my heart.
No. Karen Lowe is what you want.
Putting my
It
foot
is
down.
ultimately what you want.
It is what I want. So
Carrie and Lowell.
So we're at an impasse because if it's 2-2,
it's a tie. They're both the best album of the year.
We can't
So-
do this. We're giving our listeners.
Wait, but this is so far. This isn't official.
Yeah, it's not official.
Okay,
At the
that's-
end of the year,
it
we'll
is.
be able to come up with a concrete number
the end of
one.
the year
Look.
is gonna be a fucking bloodbath.
Here's
Just
an
Yeah.
yeah, it
albums.
is.
Oh
Here's
my
an
God.
assignment.
Can't
and
wait.
I hope you
It's
guys
gonna
all
be
have
good.
this to look forward to. Actually, the end of the year
Nice.
special is gonna be
'Cause-
nuts.
Oh, man.
Just
I'm ready.
saying.
What I gotta say is, Frank Ocean's album hasn't come out yet.
I know. I'm really
That makes me
excited.
extremely nervous.
You're
Because
right.
things are getting cut out left and right.
Yeah, the most lamentable tragedy hasn't come out yet. And so
Def
far,
Heaven.
Def
Def
Heaven's
Heaven.
third LP,
Def
which is
Heaven.
either going to be really good or really mediocre. There's no way of it being bad.
I want it to surpass Sunbather, but I know it probably
That's
won't.
not fair. You don't do
But-
that to it. That's not fair.
But I
man.
want it to come close. I want it to be a good follow-up. That's what I want.
Also, potentially, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but potentially Radiohead Dumb's coming out this year.
Yeah, that's another thing
Yeah.
that's
Wait, what is?
happened. A new radio.
Radiohead.
Oh, right. Because I know that they've
And-
started recording that late last year.
For
Mhm.
RJ, a new Tool is also coming out soon.
Oh yeah.
And
apparently-
you guys,
What?
new
Maddie.
Macklemore is coming out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Straight to the garbage can.
If Macklemore wins over Kendrick Lamar again,
I'm leaving. I'm
I'm gonna go to the Grammys and fucking just punch someone in the face. That was almost way more violent, but then I remembered that this is a public forum and I don't want to make things that are threatening.
Don't be like that one dude that threatened Gabe Newell and got his game removed from Steam.
Yeah.
An
games.
Oh.
idiot.
What an interesting change up. Games.
Yeah.
What
so
are
like,
video games here? I'll call.
Did someone say video games?
We have a
music.
guest. Oh, we have a guest now.
Yes.
Guess, would you like
Hello.
to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Ott. I play video games and stuff like that.
Ott's my pal.
I'm Maddie's pal, like she just said.
One time, Ott and
went
I
to
talked
school.
about True Detective on Twitter.
Yeah, that's the thing that happened.
Yeah.
True
We
Detective's
disagree, but I
pretty
respect your opinion.
Yeah. We disagree, and I don't respect your opinion.
Oh,
Bam!
you're a fucking asshole.
That's
Now you're
true.
fine.
Yeah, it's cool.
Mm-mm.
Anyways, Ott,
What happened?
Welcome to the cat.
Something.
Same thing
something.
we talked about, Maddie. But you were like, you shut that argument down as fast as possible.
Okay, I will be right back.
I don't even remember what it was about now.
I said that the last 4 episodes of True Detective were kind of lame, or not the last 4, the last 3. And you were like, the whole thing's great, but agree to disagree.
Oh yeah, that's basically yeah.
Like episode 6 is filler and boring, but
There was definitely a marginal dip, but I still enjoyed it a lot.
I mean,
I
nothing.
love when they solve the crimes.
When the true detectives solve the crimes.
When
I
the
have
when
to
the
feel-
when the true detectives outdo the false detectives.
When
I
we
love
finally learn who the true detective is.
It's
Yes.
us.
You-
We are the true detectives.
The true detectives are the friends you made all along the way.
We are the True Detectives. We are the Walking Dead.
Yep.
No,
Oh,
I have
no,
not watched that show since the first season. It was bad.
agreed.
I have no. I had no interest from the beginning.
You're fine then, RJ. You don't ever need to worry.
I remember that the only
I
black
was
character was named T-Bone, so that's fun.
I was done with zombies by the time that started.
Do you
By
know
the
what
time that started.
absolutely fails the Bechdel test? True Detective.
It actually passed it
Season
in the
2
first
passed it in
episode of
20
this
minutes into the
season.
first episode. It was really weird.
Okay, that's good because Jesus, it was bad during season 1. Like
Yeah,
every
no,
female
seriously. I
character was like
It
terrible.
was.
completely
This
agree
season
with it.
is very it's more inclusive is
Yeah.
all I will say.
Is the main writer still plagiarizing Thomas Ligotti, or is that whole
That's
element
gonna get
gone?
mad.
I mean, like, I don't care.
Okay,
Still
never
makes
mind.
I don't. If it makes good television, I'll still watch it.
No, yeah, same. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I mean, it calls them as a season.
As far as I can tell, no. Granted, I
Okay.
haven't seen the latest episode, and I haven't really read Tom
Ooh.
Ligotti, but
This newest episode is a little slow. It's pretty good though.
don't say anything. I had to run a campaign.
Right. Anyways, guess what happened 3 weeks ago that we're gonna talk about now?
3 weeks ago.
3.
Was it
Yeah, that's
4?
right, folks. Half-Life 3 got announced, and we
Oh,
are
right,
pumped.
right.
That Oculus support looks toasty
Also with
Why would they be
Maxima
giving it
3.
Oculus support?
because it's Half-Life 3 and Source
No, they'd
3.
be giving it HTC Vive support.
Oh shit,
Oh,
you're right.
Got to stay on brand.
Man,
Oh my god.
Gabe Newell's gonna fucking ban me from Steam now.
He's gonna come in your house with his fucking knife collection.
Oh man,
Just remove every inch of data from your hard drive with his knives.
man,
You're
that's
gonna roll
gnarly.
shit now.
It's true.
Uh,
Shit now.
E3 happened. Are we
Yep.
hyped or disappointed? You can only be one. It's the internet.
I am. I was real hyped for like 2 conferences, and then was real indifferent.
Yeah.
I was hyped for 2 of the conferences I actually watched, and those were the only 2 I watched.
I watched all of them except for uh EA.
Spoilers.
Did you not watch the? Did you watch the PC one as well? Because the PC one was pretty lame.
No, I didn't even know there was one.
Oh, I
It's like
forgot that
3
I
hours
tuned
long.
into that for 5 minutes, and then I said, I don't know what's going on here, and I'm not interested, so I'm just gonna close this, and I'm gonna read up on what happens later.
And guess
And I
what?
didn't do that either.
Jack shit happened.
Yeah.
I think like the Killing Floor devs were like, "Here's our new early access build, y'all,"
Oh, fun.
or something.
So where do we start with this
We
big
start with the first
Shazam?
conference of the night.
Okay,
Was
Beefy's D.
I went to it. I was there. I
You're
got some of
welcome.
those cool toys.
Which,
You're welcome for signing you up for the thing.
Oh, I
Ooh.
turned that right
Cool.
back.
Haha.
it's an Ouroboros situation.
Indeed.
Anyways, I went and I got some cool toys, and people are already flipping them on eBay for upwards of $100.
Naturally.
On eBay.
So I'm gonna keep those as my deposit on my house in about 10 years.
Get
Um,
that hot battle cry. Hot battle cry toy.
or I know, seriously.
What happened at Beth? How do you
We
say this
got
word?
Doom,
Doom, which looks cool.
Doom.
which looked pretty cool.
Doom is cool.
And you can
Sweet as
build
hell.
your own levels on any console.
Weren't
That
people
hell
complaining
graphic.
that it wasn't fast enough?
Yeah, which I can
Uh,
see
I,
it was kind of deliberate, which isn't something I associate with Doom. Not that I've actually played Doom for realsies, but
For
a
real.
little
Uh,
Doom. I played a little Doom.
Yeah. Question. I actually didn't watch the Doom announcement. Because I don't know. I didn't really actually watch anything. I watched Sony's conference, and I saw some clips from Microsoft's. But anyways, are they going in like a Doom 3
No.
So they're going back
No.
to like Doom 1
No.
and Doom 2.
They're going back. It's a lot of hell. So
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
lot of
Yeah,
hell.
it's hell. There's no like, it's not scary. Like Doom 3 looked like it was supposed to be scary.
Doom
Yeah,
3
it's
was
not
pretty
scary. It's
scary.
just kind of like
a
shooting
gun or a
demons'
flashlight.
blood.
So it's
It
just.
looked. Go ahead.
I mean, if it's not as fast as the other games, I can understand that complaint.
Mm-hmm.
I
like,
think it's too early to tell.
Well, fair enough. But like
It
Doom
looked
3
like
was slow
It
and
looked a little
subtle
speedy.
to be
it
scary.
looked like a demo. So it looked like
Yeah.
like they had kind of like when Battlefield when they do demos. Like the demo looks very orchestrated, but I mean you play Battlefield and shit happens all the time. That's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. So
Yeah.
that doesn't really worry me ultimately.
But that's a
Ultimately-
multiplayer game.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean they do that for like single player demos too all the time.
Well, they had
Orchestrated
like
stuff.
they showcased plenty of like multiplayer and community interaction stuff, which seems to be like the big thing for it. Is like here's the base game,
Yeah.
and then here's our equivalent of Steam Workshop.
Yeah,
Go
basically.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks alright.
I'll definitely
Cool.
pick it up.
Looks
And then
awesome.
we
And
got
it's fun.
Dishonored 2
Which I knew was
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah,
I
that's
predicted
gonna be
that.
gnarly.
with a female character.
I predicted that
My
Woo!
shit.
girlfriend is so excited.
I only wish I cared with Dishonored more. But
It was
still.
fun.
I've never played the
Dishonored,
first one.
Dishonored
nice.
1
I
was
haven't played
good.
Dishonored.
The DLC made it better. The DLC
Yeah, that's what I
was
heard.
so gnarly.
My problem is I want to like Dishonored so much. I wanted to. I tried. I love the style. The style it reminds me a lot of Bioshock actually. Weirdly enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I sat there. You know what? After like 10 hours, I'm like, this isn't grabbing me. This is not doing it. I
You
have to
know
admit.
what? That's how I felt about Bioshock Infinite, so I completely understand.
I love Bioshock Infinite. Love that game.
So
I
do
love that game
I.
too.
That game was good in the zeitgeist, and then like 5 minutes after the zeitgeist ended, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Fair
I
enough.
ate pineapples, and then REM was playing. That's all right.
I could go for a pineapple right now. I have some pineapple downstairs.
In the
Oh,
trash.
shit.
Yep.
Pick up the pineapple out the
Have you
trash.
seen that Mega 64 sketch for Bioshock Infinite where he goes around
I think I have.
eating food out of the trash and stuff?
Oh,
That
yeah.
sounds pretty okay.
Yeah.
People live like that.
And then we also got drumroll Fallout 4, which
You
was
forgot Hearthstone. I mean, Elder Scrolls Legends.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, what is this?
Elder Scrolls
boy.
Online and its massive, huge player community of
Oh,
10.
yeah.
Apparently, it's pretty popular. In fairness, I won't talk too much shit about it. Apparently, it's,
Yeah, I actually
especially
kind of
it's-
was. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, no, I was just gonna say like, especially it's when they re-released like the unlimited version, that's gaining traction. Kind of like how Final, not on the same scale of when Final Fantasy 14 re-released, but it's kind of along the same lines where people didn't like it originally. Now people are liking it.
FF14 is so fucking good. I wish I had
That
computer capable to play
fucking crazy that they turned that shit around. I still
it. It
can't believe
really
that.
is. FF14
And-
is like second to WoW now, and everybody is
Damn.
like it's better than WoW because it is.
I mean, wow, honestly,
I
WoW
forgot
had
that
10
Final
years.
Fantasy had an MMO.
So did I.
The second MMO actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
FF11
shit.
was like really good too, but not many people played it, unfortunately.
Crazy.
Anyway,
But yeah,
Anyways,
let's talk about
Fallout
Fallout Boy.
4.
Fallout Snore.
Yeah.
It
like I,
looked pretty
it
sweet.
came out this. I've been saying this for like
Chewy
9
was right. I yelled
Chewy
it.
so
fucking predicted
long.
I
I'm like,
yelled
this is
it in the
coming out this
conference, Chewy.
year.
Did you hear me?
You told me I didn't hear anything.
I seriously screamed Chewy was right.
It couldn't possibly not come out. It didn't make sense.
Yeah, it's been
It's been in the
coming together
works.
for a while.
Yeah, they said it's been in what in production so for 4 years. That's about enough time to flip a Bethesda RPG.
But
That's
let's be
that's the longest period they've had.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Between Skyrim and this one, yeah, it's the longest.
let's be
'Cause-
honest to each other, guys. The best part of Fallout 3 was Fallout New Vegas.
Oh hell yeah, 100%
So-
agree.
But I
Mhm.
still like Fallout 3.
I like
that's
Fallout 3 a
fine.
lot, but
All 3 is good.
I played New
But New
Vegas for
Vegas
like
was better.
3 hours, and then my save corrupted, and it started, and I'm like, no. I
yeah,
just
that
gotta-
sounds like something that would happen with
That
New
sounds
Vegas.
like New
I'm
Vegas,
like,
yeah.
I don't have time for this.
The
And
New
I just
Vegas
got rid of the game.
experience.
So this isn't my first full Fallout game.
Are you guys gonna mess with the whole like build your own settlement thing.
Maybe. Maybe just
Maybe.
a little, but not too much.
See,
I don't
here's the thing
know.
that I'm scared about. I already have a settlement builder coming out in September. It's called Metal Gear Solid 5.
Hell
I
yeah!
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna play another one. Like, I
Metal
love
Gear.
crafting and building shit. That's like one of my favorite trends that came out recently. But I don't know if I can handle, keeping my mother base safe and also keeping my shantytown safe. I'm not
I
like,
I'd say it's going to be scratching different itches. Because did you play Peace Walker?
yeah, I played Peace Walker.
Okay. Because like that, the whole sort of, which is what they're doing again in five, because they haven't, as far as I know, haven't said they're doing straight up. You can go back to your base and build shit, and it's still
Well,
a lot of
yeah,
that.
they
Oh,
have.
we're going to be
They
bolting
have.
mother. Oh, they have. Okay.
Yeah.
So like you can actually go back and place objects a la the Fallout 4 style.
Yeah, and
That's
on top
no.
of that, you're gonna have you. Did you hear the announcement where like players can invade your mother base and like take things
Yeah, I
from
heard
it?
that,
Yeah,
which concerns me because of microtransaction stuff. But
That's coming.
Hmm.
You better
yeah,
oh yeah,
believe that's
yeah.
I
coming.
mean they've already announced it's coming.
Konami is salivating. If they could microtransaction like soccer balls in PS, they would do it instantly. They would definitely do that shit. No
Shh,
shame.
you don't give them ideas. I still think, fucking goddamn it, Konami.
Oh, we've gone into Konami.
I listened to some of those casts.
God.
Yeah,
Fucking,
fuck Konami.
so upsetting. This is so upsetting, profoundly. But yeah, Fallout 4. I'm hoping I don't like with The Witcher. I couldn't play it anymore because it was giving me like really bad anxiety, and I would sweat looking at the disc. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So
That's why you buy
I'm,
digital. Then you don't have to look at the disc.
so with Fallout 4, I'm hoping it's more along the lines of like Skyrim, which I can handle. I know I generally know what I want to do in those kind of like in Bethesda world games. So it's probably a
Yeah,
thing,
exactly. Me too. Like when
but
Skyrim came out, I was like, how do I get into the Dark Brotherhood?
yeah,
How do
oh,
I
man,
get to the Thieves Guild?
Thieves Guild, what a quest!
Yep. Man,
So good.
fuck Bethesda's main quests.
They're
Yeah,
They're
bad.
the main
They are
yeah,
so bad.
They're
quests.
They are my
bad.
favorite games, but their main quests are god fucking awful. It's
They're
the last
not.
thing I ever do
Fallout New
before I
Vegas's
finish.
was okay.
But that's
Yeah,
But
Fallout New
Obsidian.
but
Vegas
that's
was
yeah,
cool.
Obsidian.
Obsidian.
Yeah,
Oh
Obsidian's good at
yeah,
writing.
Yeah, that's Obsidian.
fair enough.
They're
I.
not good at like coding anything, but they're good at writing.
Oh man, yeah. Speaking of which, Pillars of Eternity. But anyways,
What's
uh,
next?
What?
Microsoft.
Can
Hold
I
on.
say something quick about
wait,
Fallout
yeah,
first?
yeah, yeah.
No.
Just because I was the guy who wrote the articles being all histrionic and stuff after the first reveal. And that was like the fastest turnaround of opinion I've ever had on something, kind of.
Same.
Sweet.
Because it was they're being really smart. Like I don't trust them at all with like we're gonna do better narrative stuff because we have some voice protagonists. What the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Witcher 3 ate their fucking lunch. Deal with it. But the fact that they're focusing more on like that build your own experience, here's a bunch of interesting ways to interact with the world, as opposed to just doing the same thing with claims of doing better story, that's a really smart move to do. It's
Yeah.
like what Saints Row did in the wake of GTA 4
GTA.
being
Yeah.
self-serious and sort of taking that franchise in a different direction. Saints Row just doubled down on, okay, we're just going to go completely batshit crazy and
Yeah.
differentiate ourselves, even though we're still in the same genre.
Yeah.
Amazing move. Bravo.
Can't wait.
Could be total shit, but
Yeah. See, that's what I'm
That's
worried about
impossible. That is
because
not possible.
like I don't know the last Bethesda game that I had fun with that was like, you know, you are the world is your sandbox. You can do whatever the fuck you want, and it was actually interesting. Yeah, Morrowind.
yeah, I can
Really,
I hear that rhetoric a lot and
I don't know.
totally valid. Like the most interesting world they've done by far in terms of just sheer biome diversity and stuff, but I don't know. I'm a sucker for Oblivion because I got into gaming rather late,
Hmm.
and that was like the first game I got for my Xbox,
See,
Oh man,
and
what
it
a
was like,
game!
oh fuck, look at this shit.
When that game came out, I was like, holy fuck!
But yeah, just compared to Morrowind's world and stuff, it's nah. But still my favorite game because you know your first time's always the most special, right,
that's
guys?
yeah, that's yeah,
Right?
I love
Morrowind. That's why
Oblivion.
Morrowind's my favorite. It was my first,
Yeah,
so it's
no,
like
exactly.
yeah.
I haven't played Morrowind
It
beyond
I
10
haven't,
minutes.
I haven't
It's
played
uh
Morrowind at
You
all.
shouldn't possibly ever go back to it.
yeah, you
it's
Um,
I went
unless you
back to
played
it.
it. Well,
yeah,
it
you have to play it. Kind of like Mass Effect 1. If you haven't played Mass Effect 1, you go back, it's gonna be hard.
I don't know, my
really
friend's
hard.
playing Mass Effect 1 and he's having a good old time.
I don't know. I just remember the 360 version when it first came out. Man, that thing ran like shit. So in
Well,
my mind, that's all I can see now.
Fair
hey, well,
enough.
with Microsoft's backwards compatibility update, it's allegedly running better. Segue.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
man.
Microsoft time. They
They
do
showed
backwards compatibility.
that was a big. That's actually a really big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Very big
I see
deal.
people
which is pretty
criticizing
cool.
it, saying, "Did you look at the list of games?" But it's like they do realize that list is like Microsoft already said
It's
that
gonna
list is going to
change.
expand.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah,
it's gonna expand. It's not gonna retract. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
That's
They're not
just
gonna be
like
like,
preview
just kidding,
numbers.
this doesn't work anymore. We're gonna take it
yeah.
off.
No, fuck you.
Like,
You can only play Hexic HD.
Oh,
I'd be
that's
okay with
hell.
that.
I don't know. That's like a weird purgatory to like 2006. Say it over and over again.
From the maker
with
of Tetris.
with Microsoft, we've got Halo 5.
Can I say something about Halo though? I love Halo. I
I
love
love
that
Halo as
series.
well, which yeah, like
But like, I wasn't excited by it when I saw Halo. I'm like, this looks fine.
Yeah.
I've never
Like I
been a
wasn't.
Halo fan.
I really
Okay.
liked playing Halo 2, which I played Halo 2 like way after. Like I played Halo 2 probably like around when Halo 3 was still pretty big and everything. But
Those
because
two are like big games.
for some reason I got an Xbox. I don't know where I got it from. It just appeared in my
It
home.
disappeared.
It just appeared in my home and it had Halo 2 and I played Halo 2 and it was a fun time.
I
It was before I got like any like then current gen consoles.
right. My at my middle school it was like a competition. Like you either played Halo or you played Call of Duty.
Hmm.
And so I played some Call of Duty. But I did all the only Call of Duty game I ever beat was Call of Duty 4, which
In
is
fairness,
a
4 is
fantastic
a masterpiece.
game.
That is a fucking phenomenal
Most
game.
important game of the last 10 years.
It's a really
That's
really
I
good game.
unironically believe that. I
Yeah,
do
no.
sincerely believe that game.
Like, but
Paragon
at the
shift.
time I didn't know why it was so great. I was just
Oh
like, this
man,
is really good. And then I like
it's like
was like, fuck Halo, and I never played it. So,
in 2007. I mean, I love Halo 3, but there was a time where it was Halo. It's like pre Call of Duty 4 and then after it. Like the weird divide between those two games. Like this is where shooters are going to go. Is where shooters are right now.
mhm.
So when Call of Duty 4 came out, it's like that was it.
I wouldn't say
Mhm.
it's the most
Done.
important, but I'd say it's definitely one of the most important. Like
No,
Yeah.
I would agree. But
What would you say the most
personally,
important of the past decade is then?
I don't think that is a thing to say because genres are so inclusive. You know, like I, definitely without doubt 4 is the most important of the shooters, but you also have to consider third-person action games. Assassin's Creed's a big
Mhm.
deal.
uh,
Uh,
Well, I
and
think in terms of
Arkham
like,
Asylum, like you said it
I don't
yourself in the
think
yeah,
so.
article.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, Asylum revolutionized the third-person action game
Mhm.
to
I
the
don't
Yeah,
point
know.
to where Metal Gear Solid 5 is playing like Assassin's Creed / Asylum, like in at least the parkour elements and all that jazz and the
Yeah.
way that it controls. So
it feels.
I think that it just depends. I definitely say 4 is one of the most important games, just like RE4 is one of the most important games, just like Arkham Asylum is one of the most important games. It's just
Mhm.
those are like the big 3 right now. Those are the big 3 design trends.
Landmark
Yeah.
games.
I think what's so landmark about COD, like apart from the shooting element, is the way it added that sort of XP progression to
Yeah,
a non-RPG multiplayer game, which has been
indeed.
adopted by so many genres at this
That
point.
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is that's what I point to.
that's what I
Okay.
was gonna say before before when Daniel said like I agree, but yeah, the reason why Call of Duty 4 is so big is because there are games that aren't even shooters, and they have the carrot on the stick RPG thing. To this day, still have it. It's like a racing game. Like doesn't make any sense.
The
Blur
crew.
kind of had the crew, Blur, all these games they were racing games, and they adopted the perk thing system. Like that was such a huge thing for the entire generation. I was playing Transformers, and it's like, oh, pick your loadout. I'm like, oh wow, really? Seriously? Holy shit! But yeah, no, that's yeah. Anyway, Microsoft. So Halo 5, I wasn't really impressed, which
You
leaves you
got Dark
profoundly
Souls
depressed.
3 as well.
Who boy? Who? I'm sweating. Dark
I
Souls
still haven't
3.
played any of the
I don't
Dark
know about
Souls
that.
games.
Never
I don't
played
know
a
about
Dark
that
Souls, still
Chuka.
haven't.
Chuka,
Have
what do
them
you mean you don't
both.
know about that?
because okay, look, Bloodborne just came out, right?
Yeah?
And then they re-released Dark Souls 2,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
and then Dark Souls 3 is coming out early next year.
yeah.
They're
That's
annualizing
dangerous.
that shit.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
It's,
No, I don't
ugh.
like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Just throwing this out
It's making
there.
me nervous.
Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, all directed by the same dude. Dark Souls 3 is getting
Yes.
directed by Miyazaki as
From
well.
Miyazaki, yeah.
There, I just, hey man, some
He's
things.
only one man.
He's only one man, but he has yet to put out any shit, and that is impressive. That is impressive. That's 4 games that have all been, or 3 games that have all been, what most people would consider 10 out of 10s, like 9s at the least. Like
I will say, I fucking love Bloodborne.
I
To
fucking
death.
love Bloodborne and
I
Dark
really
and
want to play
Demons. They're
Bloodborne so
all
bad.
fantastic.
God.
And Dark Souls 2 had its shortcomings as a Souls game, but as a regular game, that game's fine. Like,
It's totally fine.
yeah,
It's
like
fine.
It's
that's a
fine.
solid 8.
Don't worry about it.
Like,
So,
So-
how you prepared to be like, this game is fucking amazing. Like, this is fucking
Fine.
solid.
It's
hey, I'll take solid. I will
It's just so fucking solid.
I will take solid games over shitty games, all right?
Yeah,
And
obvious.
Yeah,
that
no,
seems
totally.
pretty good. Yeah, that is good.
That's
That's understandable.
So like
How about liquid games? How do you feel about those?
uh
How about
well,
gas?
Liquid is
Gases?
my
Gases
favorite
games?
snake
Like,
and
Favorite game.
Liquid is
Brother!
my favorite game.
All
But-
right, what's next? We got some more Microsoft with
Gears
like
of War
Gears of
4.
War.
Gears
that
Everybody
was
4
get
looking-
hype.
That was
Ooh.
interesting as shit. I love
Ooh.
Gears, and I was like, a horror game? I'm like,
I was
Yeah,
never.
Gears was scary. I was like, what the
Gears
shit's
1
going
used to
on?
be a scary game, in my opinion. There are moments of Gears 1 where it's like, this is unsettling. I
Gears
don't
1
like
had
this.
arguably some of the most impressive set pieces in any of the games at that time, in my opinion. Like,
In 2006, it had the most impressive set piece in
Oh.
2006.
well, I don't know about
What
that.
else came out in 2006?
I played through the first game. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Oblivion. No good set pieces in Oblivion.
No,
Well
Oblivion
played.
had good set pieces. When
Like when I kicked that wolf down the mountain and almost died chasing the
No.
cabbage. Those are pretty sweet.
like going to Oblivion for the first time is a pretty
Yeah,
damn good
yeah,
set
yeah,
piece.
But that's not a set piece, in my opinion. That's just going
Just
to
a moment.
place. Yeah.
Isn't the set piece a moment? like,
Yeah,
I really liked.
I don't know.
I feel
It's
like
more
the difference.
I mean, in the DLC, what was it called?
Shivering Isles?
Shivering Isles.
Shivering Isles were pretty cool.
Shivering
they were
Isles was
cool. That
awesome.
wasn't 2006 though.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Never mind.
Okay, are
I
we doing
love Oblivion.
2006
I shit
and
on it with love.
before? Because I mean, Gears of War.
We can't just start going through every single 2006
Hey,
game right
I
now.
just gotta say, Gears of War's older brother RE4 would like to have a word with you.
Welcome to the year 20.
That's true.
Whatever.
But like, some of those moments in Gears of War 1 are fucking crazy.
No, yeah, I
Like,
agree. They're fantastic. Gears 1 is the shit.
I love Gears 1.
Whatever.
But
EA.
yeah, real cool. I don't know. There's a lot. Well, I mean, what else did Microsoft have? They had. Oh shit! How could I forget? Recore. I was not excited by that trailer, but I am damn sure I'm excited about the game still. That trailer didn't really tell me anything, but when you go like, yeah, the dude who made Mega Man and the dudes behind Metroid Prime are making a game, you can show me literally nothing, which is what they should have done, and I would be excited.
Patches agrees.
I mean,
Yeah, she's agreeing.
it's exciting, but at the same time, Mighty Number 9 is kind of meh. So, I'm keeping that in mind. Mega Man creator might not have the talent anymore.
I don't know. Ultimately, even Miyamoto has made mistakes.
That's
Everyone
fair.
makes
That's
mistakes.
fair. Yeah, you're right. So let's hope Mighty
So-
Number 9 is just a fluke. What else did Microsoft unveiled some like hologram technology, right? That they were
HoloLens,
really
that
excited
Oh,
Yeah.
that
about?
was
mine.
crazy. How
Me
fake
me
was
and
that?
Betty
That
were
was so
watching that, and
fucking
I'm like,
fake.
fuck, if that's how it really works,
If that's how it
I don't
really
want to
works,
deal. I
then
don't want to deal with this. This is
god
crazy.
damn.
If that's how it
I
really
just
No,
got-
if that
Future.
exists, the only thing I'm gonna use it for is Civilization. And then nothing else.
I just got
From
weird
what I,
flashbacks to like the Connect showing in 2007.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Milo.
Yeah, fucking Milo. God damn
Oh
it.
my
That
god.
kid's
Cirque
dead in
du
a ditch
Soleil.
somewhere.
Fucking
yeah, the
Cirque
whole
du Soleil. God damn it.
circus poncho light show thing.
That was
That
so
was
embarrassing.
incredible.
What the
At least you
fuck
didn't
were
work
they
in like
thinking?
if you worked in the press, like man, that's the day you're like, I might leave.
Fucking
I
And then you
A.
can't
start
deal
doing
with
hard
this.
drugs and never stop.
Look at Adam Sussler.
Oh,
Jeez.
Um,
Yeah.
So that's probably fake, but it looked cool.
Yeah.
I thought Microsoft's press conference was really good.
It
Yeah.
was pretty
Very
good.
good.
I thought it was a.
Like,
Afterwards, I was like, maybe I'll buy an Xbox, and then Sony came up, and I was like, just kidding.
uh, we'll get to them. Let's just go
We
through.
got EA.
EA. Oh yeah. Star Wars Battlefront.
Bro.
Moving on.
Yeah, basically.
No.
Oh wait, no. Okay,
Melee.
Unravel.
Oh yeah,
Shinobi.
Unraveled. Yeah.
That game.
oh yeah.
Looks gorgeous.
I
That's the only part
missed
I
the
looked
EA
at.
conference.
The
It was the
E3
only one I
conference.
missed.
It was really that guy.
Unravel looks cool.
I want to hear more about your game, Yarny. And I want to hear more about you with Yarny.
I
Mass
I don't know.
Effect is a thing.
I thought
Oh,
EA
right.
That
was.
was a thing though.
Space Cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, it's like
Yeah.
weird.
BioWare presents Firefly, except the word Firefly is crossed out and the word Andromeda is written next to it.
Yeah, like which is ironic. Like, isn't Andromeda? I thought of the one. Isn't that a show with like Hercules in it or something? Like whatever his name is. I can't
No
remember.
idea.
Isn't that a
I don't
season of
know.
Star Trek?
No,
Yeah,
Andromeda's a show. I'm pretty sure. Wow. Well, anyway.
I don't know. The big
Look,
question about Mass Effect is, am I gonna get to play as a Hanar?
If
Am I
it's
gonna get a-
just Mass Effect Origins, or I think everybody would be okay.
No, I don't think. I think it's gonna be after.
They said it's afterwards.
It's in a
No.
different universe
No, yeah, no.
entirely.
I
Yeah,
just
it's
meant
like
I
a
just meant like
universe,
Dragon Age
their
Origins,
galaxy or
except
whatever.
Mass
No,
Effect.
no. I haven't. I mean, if you played the end of Mass Effect 3, spoilers that relays get destroyed, and so people are stuck on planets. So some people are theorizing that Andromeda is close to where they are at the galaxy,
Mhm.
so it's possible.
Didn't they change that with the extended cut, or am
Yeah,
I
and then they're
imagining?
like,
bullshit?
just kidding. The relays aren't gone. I'm like, well, why?
Fuck me.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I really liked the what was the theory going around before they changed the ending to make it
I don't remember.
The
That's too
indoctrination
complicated.
theory.
Yeah, I really liked
The
the
cons-
indoctrination theory.
We shouldn't get into
Eh.
Mass Effect. This is no. This is too deep.
Eh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
this is
still
too
only
deep.
played like the first game.
EA
Second
had
game
Winner.
worth that.
EA had the
Yeah.
best conference. No, hear
Funniest
me out on
joke I've
this.
heard.
Hear me out on this.
Plants
See,
vs. Zombies 2,
Of-
Garden
Pele.
Warfare.
of all the things that get
Okay,
my heart
Pele was
pumping,
pretty cool. I was like, holy shit, Pele. That was pretty awesome.
of all the things that get my heart pumping, uh, cringing is my favorite thing ever. So, personally, EA had the best conference because that was just a field day for me, man. I got to.
No.
It was
Wasn't
like
that
running through a
Ubisoft?
What is that? That's Ubisoft.
Nah. I
Are
mean,
you a
Ubisoft
meme,
had bad
sir?
moments, but
yeah.
EA
Let's make a meme. Let's make a meme.
Oh,
No,
Jason
okay,
Derulo, man.
Okay, all right. EA, Unravel looks great. Need for Speed, Battlefront made me want to cry. That game looks amazing. I cannot fucking wait. Like
I wish they had shown off the Endor map
oh
because
yeah, so I can
the
see.
photogrammetry didn't show well with the snow.
Yeah, but still,
But
those blaster
yeah,
sounds got 'em right.
uh,
And then Ubisoft started off cool with For Honor. That's an interesting game and a new mechanic that I haven't
Yeah,
seen.
For Honor looks pretty good.
That looks cool. And then, oh man, did they slide into Ubisoft? Just Ubisoft malaise.
yo, you forgot the best part of it. I might be alone here, but Fractured But Whole.
Oh yeah, okay.
Stick of Truth
Right.
was great. I am
That's
excited for Fractured But Whole.
That's a great title. I was thinking
It's so
like literally,
stupid.
okay, the best. But the thing about South Park is South Park never, and I don't think it ever will, feel like a Ubisoft game.
No,
No,
because it
never.
wasn't to begin with. It was,
Yeah, THQ.
and then Obsidian made it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Obsidian made
so-
Stick of Truth. So
It's so like, even now that it's like, okay, this is a Ubisoft property, it still doesn't feel like a Ubisoft property.
No, it
So-
doesn't.
I
And then
like
they
that.
had Jason Derulo pimping his new album, which is not very good.
Yeah.
I've heard like some
We had
bad.
The Crew.
I'm like, are you guys
What was
serious?
last year?
I'd never played
No,
The Crew.
they announced a Crew expansion pack.
Oh,
man.
that's
This
right.
is
They
like-
fucking did. God damn it! I blocked that out of my memory.
And it's basically Forza Horizon 2, but shitty. So I'm like, well, this is great.
But they're monster trucks, bro.
Oh,
And then
God.
there was the new Tom Clancy thing.
Oh
Some people
yeah.
say it's better if you when you play it, but like, I wasn't a
The
big fan of
Division,
that.
and it had like some of the demo had like the fakest like in-game chatter
Oh,
I've ever heard in my life.
actually,
Trash.
Maddie, did you watch Donkey's video on E3?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, watch it. He makes some really good points about the Division, where he's like, when the game was working, while I was playing it, we were actually talking like how the people in the
Oh,
thing were
interesting.
talking. Yeah,
Huh.
like apparently that game really encourages teamwork, but it's buggy as all hell.
I really
So,
want to
Oh,
play
what
yeah.
the
makes sense?
It
It's
was
Division.
not
kind
a
of cool. The Division was kind of cool in the end that the guy like turned, you could turn on your whole team or whatever. Like, I
my
guess
thing
that's
was
interesting, but
It's just Kane and Lynch 2.
yeah, exactly. I don't know.
I feel like the Division, much like it's like the Ubisoft cycle though, and it's finally catching up to them. Where I'm like, when the Division first came out, I'm like, this looks incredible.
Yeah.
And then like at the end of 2014, I'm like, I don't care about this game.
Watch Dogs.
Like I don't. Uh,
Fucking Watch Dogs.
The magic
I
words.
enjoyed
The
that game.
magic
I'm not gonna
words.
lie. I
Uh,
enjoyed that game, but
I'm
that game should
sorry.
have been so much more.
That game's driving
Fucking
was so bad. That game's
Watch
driving was so
Dogs.
bad.
I will
It had a
always
it had a really
pleasure.
bad soundtrack. There were some
Oh,
good
yeah,
soundtracks
it
from
had like
Curtis Mayfield and stuff. That
it
was
had a
good.
Weezer song, and I
So,
was like, oh, it has a Weezer song, cool. And it was
did it?
actually, yeah, it was a good
Fuck.
Weezer song. It was off Pinkerton.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't see any Weezer songs.
yeah, it was
Ubisoft.
uh,
Damn it.
what's that?
Best part about Watch Dogs has a Weezer song.
No, for real. I was sitting with my friend in the living room, being like, oh, dude, the driving. Oh, is that a Weezer song? Cool. Like,
Oh, I think it might have been Good Life.
it
Actually,
was
I
Good
think
Life.
about
Yeah, it
it.
was Good Life. It was
Take
Good
this
Life.
into
Oh yeah.
consideration, Ubisoft, for your next
More
shit.
Weezer.
More
More Weezer.
Weezer.
But only good Weezer. Please don't take that too
This
far.
Pros
show.
and cons about Watch Dogs has a good Weezer song on it.
No, the
This
next
show.
one is gonna be called Watch Dogs 2 Beverly Hills. And there's
Uh,
just Beverly Hills
The only song on
is
the
the only
soundtrack.
song on the soundtrack.
Watch
And you can
Dogs.
change stations, but all the stations play Beverly
And there's different
Hills.
DJs and everything. There's like they got
Yeah.
Tyler the Creator to guest DJ, and all he does is talk about Weezer.
what else did this show? This show.
Assassin's Creed 12.
Boring. Oh
It
my
looks
god.
cool. It
So,
looks cool.
it doesn't even. It has
Don't
no
even want to talk
soul.
about Assassin's Creed
I thought it
anymore.
looked
The
cool.
worst thing they did was get rid of Desmond. That's the worst thing they
That
ever.
was the worst thing for them to ever do. I hate that so
Hey.
much.
There's
Hey.
no emotional connection
Hey.
anymore.
Eh.
Ass Creed 4 was good.
Yes,
Eh.
agreed.
I don't.
Ass Creed 4
But
is
it doesn't
probably the
have.
best.
But it doesn't have what I wanted.
It
Like,
It's
doesn't
a Sid
have the
Meier's Pirates
they
sequel.
totally just like threw out their main
Oh,
plot and were like,
one
let's
thing.
do something else. And I'm like,
I,
okay, but just make a different game.
I
I
was
feel like
invested in the
it'd be
main
fucked
plot.
up if I didn't remember to shout out Rare's new game. Speaking of Sid Meier's Pirates, at Microsoft press conference, that thing looked awesome.
Sid
Yeah,
Meier's
that looked
Pirates.
okay.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves. I'm like, oh, maybe I should get an Xbox One. And I'm like,
I
Anyways,
mean,
that was Ubisoft.
Ukulele's gonna kick this new Rare game in the ass.
but it's gonna be
But
like a
it's
completely different game, like completely different.
Yeah, I know, but it's like people want ukulele. Like they don't want like.
And they can have it.
I
New
don't
Rare.
want ukulele. I want
That's
Sea
why I
of
said
Thieves.
people.
And I want Sea of Thieves. That's what I want.
Well, you guys can have your Sea of Thieves. I'll take my banjo ripoff.
exactly.
Go right ahead. It's a
Everyone
free-ish
wins.
country.
Free-ish.
That being
And
said,
then
Ki
it
was
brings us
good.
to,
So
it brings to what? Sony. Oh boy.
Sony
Sony.
Oh,
was quite a ride, everybody.
how the
Mhm.
fuck?
Last Guardian.
How do you
Whoopee.
announce the Last
Last
Guardian
Guardian.
is
Last Guardian.
real,
I
and
love
then
it. I
Final
Looks
knew it was
pretty.
Fantasy
gonna
VII,
It
happen.
looks gorgeous.
and then Shenmue 3. Shenmue. There's
They
a
announced the
Shenmue game in
Shenmue 3
production.
Kickstarter.
That doesn't matter. Shenmue should not exist in any way, shape, or form. And the fact that it does is incredible.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I love it.
it's what? Where
Where's our
are we?
Kickstarter at now?
I
It's
don't.
like four,
It's like
4 million, I
Let me
think.
see.
Yeah, it hasn't
Checked
It's at
passed
yesterday.
over.
nearly 4.5
So,
mil.
guys, I don't know what the big deal about
10 days to
Shenmue
go.
is.
Shenmue 1 and 2.
Shenmue.
Shenmue.
Forklift Simulator.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's the
Where are the
buzzword.
sailors? I don't know. Find me some.
So
Shen-
why is everyone freaking out about Shenmue
okay,
3
okay,
Because
Maddie.
being a possibility?
Shenmue 1 and 2 were quite possibly the most detailed, like, heart. Like, that world, you can feel the heart and hard work put into it. It
Okay.
is alive in all senses of the world, in all senses of the word,
or a Dreamcast game.
especially for a Dreamcast game. Dude, that game, like, people talk about, like, Ocarina of Time feeling atmospheric and immersive, and Skyrim feeling atmospheric, or shit like that. Like, Shenmue is, like, the most immersive game I've probably played. At
Dang.
least at the
Boy.
time. Whenever I played it as a child, I just remember being like, this game, it's, like, the most real game I've ever fucking touched in my life. Like,
That
it
was
was
before all open world games really
weird
took off.
and it was fun and the story was interesting and I don't know. It like Shenmue is kind of one of those games I guess that you had to grow up with to appreciate because I could not imagine playing it now. Cuz
Yeah, how?
it's
How
like
would that
I
watching
don't
work?
know.
Citizen.
You're hyping it, so now I feel like I gotta play it.
Okay, Maddie, it's like watching Citizen Kane nowadays. Like you're not going to
I don't
without
know.
That
you're,
movie holds up
But
though.
Citizen Kane
Yeah,
holds
yeah.
up.
no, Citizen Kane does hold up, but it's not in as revolutionary as it was in whenever it came out, you know? Like when it came out,
Yeah.
everybody was like, "Oh my god, this is
Maybe.
what is this?" And like now you watch it and like, it's a good movie. You're not like, "Oh my
Okay.
god, what is this?" You're
Okay,
like, "It's a
all
good
right. I
movie."
got one. It's kind of like watching Back to the Future now. The first Back to the Future.
That's
Like
pretty
it's
good.
good, but when it get into zeitgeist, it was incredible.
Sure.
Like
It's just it's dated is the word you're
yeah, and
looking
it's not its
for.
fault. Like it came
Yeah.
out when it came out. Like
Yeah.
but yeah,
All
ultimately
right.
I
Well,
still need to play that sometime.
I'll try it
The more
out.
I see
that.
about
So
the Final Fantasy VII remake, the less excited I get.
I don't even know what's going
Because
on
aren't
with
they
it
like
because
changing the story?
They're
Yeah, they're
changing the
changing the
story,
story.
which needs to happen because the story is dated. The story isn't what I enjoyed about the game whenever I played it as a child. At the time, again, it was revolutionary. Like the main character or the main character's like girlfriend gets killed halfway through the game, and it's like, oh wow,
It's like the sad thing everyone talks about, right?
yeah. It's like, oh
Spoilers.
wow,
Oh my god.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
it's at the time it was like, wow, no game has ever done this before. Holy shit, in terms of story. But what I really liked about Final Fantasy VII is how fun it was to play. Like I'm a big JRPG fan, and the combat in that game is just wonderful. It's probably like the best playing JRPG out there in my opinion. Like I just
what
really
about
really liked how it
Chrono
felt.
Trigger?
The only
See,
JRPGs I've played have been really
I've
weird
never
ones.
fully played a JRPG.
Chrono
What?
Trigger is also
Likewise.
really good too, but I think I played Final Fantasy VII first.
Chrono
So,
Trigger's better. It's a better game.
Does Final Fantasy VII have random encounters?
uh,
I don't.
yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
Okay, Chrono Trigger's better because you can see the enemies and avoid them.
That's a trick question. But yeah, so Sony's press conference, they announced those three bombs
Yeah,
back to back to back,
And
which is
nothing else
fucking sick.
really.
No, there's Horizon, which is also incredible.
Yeah, Horizon looks
Oh right,
Uncharted,
yeah, that. I
yeah.
forgot about that.
Terminator
I have
Park.
bow fatigue.
yeah, Jurassic,
She, I just wish I
Genesis,
really
Jurassic
hope she doesn't
Jurassic
talk.
Zoids,
there was
Jurassic
that guy
Zoids,
the
talking about Call
best.
of Duty.
Oh
Uh,
right,
Oh
yeah. There's a new Call of
god.
Duty game coming
Call of
out.
Duty,
there's
Black
a
Ops 3.
there's a
Black
new
Ops 2 was
Destiny
really good,
expansion.
actually. Oh
Black Ops
fuck
2,
right.
Black Ops is a good game, but it just looks dated now, especially after like
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah, yeah.
Battlefront. I'm like, this looks like a last gen game now. Like it doesn't. Why?
Well,
It
it's
looks worse
Call of
than
Duty.
Advanced Warfare.
I'm pretty excited for Call of Duty Deus Ex.
Oh yeah.
What
I
about Firewatch?
oh man,
Firewatch
I'm
Right.
looks
excited for
Tactically
that
good.
game.
okay.
I'm
I've
excited
heard
for
it
it.
doesn't play well.
Mm.
Like, which doesn't
Eh,
necessarily matter if it has a good story, but I heard
yeah,
it's just like
it's
not fun,
And then there
which is disappointing.
was
Destiny,
Uncharted
not
4.
Destiny.
oh damn.
What
I
was it?
read the full
Um.
demo of Uncharted 4 looks holy shit.
I
Oh, I didn't
liked
Uncharted.
how
touch
it
that.
lagged the first time they
Oh
like
yeah.
started
Oh my
playing.
Live demo,
god.
folks.
It was pretty good.
I,
But
Un
I was
then
like good.
yeah.
afterwards it looked beautiful, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
gorgeous.
Uncharted looks pretty good.
There was
I'm going
what's the space
through
game called?
No Man's
uh
Sky.
oh
Yeah, there
my
was a No Man's
god.
Sky demo where the dude was like, "Look
Ah,
at all these planets."
those are actual planets.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, I can't deal
hey,
with it.
Chuka.
Yeah, don't say it.
Elite Dangerous did
Don't.
it.
I don't give a shit about Elite Dangerous. Just give me No Man's
Planet-sized
Sky.
planets.
Honestly, actually,
Planet-sized
5 billion of them.
IGN, they just had like a thing where they showed like 18 minutes of the game played, and honestly, if that game comes out this year, I don't give a shit what other game comes out this year. I really like. I will throw every other game out to play that game.
I thought it was gonna be an MMO,
No, it was never gonna be an
and
No.
then it
MMO.
No.
wasn't, and then I was like, this is kind of less interesting.
Well,
I don't like MMOs. They bore me.
thing
I've
that
never really played one. I played a little bit of Guild Wars.
That was a
Guild
good
Wars
That's a
game.
is
good
the
one.
shit.
Yeah,
Guild
that's
Wars is
a good
good.
game.
I've never played it.
Guild Wars was pretty fun, but
So
that's
Yeah,
what?
about it.
almost.
I'm pretty into MMOs. I mean,
You play League, Danny.
I used to play League.
Wow.
I played
You hear the
Dota. I
disgust?
played Dota
Yeah,
now.
Dota. Woo!
Yeah, I
The
played.
disgust in Maddie's voice.
Oh,
You
this got
play
announced at E3.
League.
Dota's getting a Rick and Morty voice pack. That's pretty.
Hell yeah, it
cool.
is.
Oh my god!
So fucking
Pump up
excited
Sounds
for
Dota
like
by
that.
Dota.
Base Hunter.
Yeah. The fucking bass
What?
hunter song.
Basira hada danta sheranina Dota. You know the Dota
Yeah, the
song.
Dota song.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
Uh,
Dota.
Last Guardian got announced again.
I'm
Whoopee.
so excited for
My
that.
Cadburn's gonna
Honestly.
fucking die.
I like the cat, bird, dog,
It
deer.
reminded me that I need to finish Shadow of the
Shadow of the
Colossus.
Colossus is. I actually just beat the game 2 weeks ago. Finally, after 10 years.
It's a gorgeous
10
game.
years looking at that game, going like, man, I can't play this.
It's
I've
so
I beat
good.
it.
beaten I've
That game is
beaten
incredible.
3 of the
That game
Colossi.
to me is more.
Colossi.
That game to me is more important than Ocarina of Time.
Ooh,
I
It's
think
more
so
important
too,
to me
actually.
than Ocarina of
I
Time.
think
that
so
makes
as
sense.
well.
That's understandable.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a
Uh,
I
taste
want to play
thing, but I
Ica
Yeah,
too.
think
it's totally taste. If someone go like, you're full of shit, I'm like, that's true.
yeah, but
That's
they're both good.
yeah, but yeah, I'm really excited for Last Guardian. Very, very much.
Yeah, I'm really pumped for that. I
It
want to
Yeah,
play it so bad.
it
I don't
looks
know. It's
like
been so long
Ico
though that I'm
without
like
the
Yeah.
scared that it
frustration of
might not be
Ico,
good.
which I'm
Oh,
excited
Ico.
for. It just looks like a better version of Ico, and I'm okay with that.
Can't wait for something sad to happen in the story.
Of course. Fuck.
Dying.
Jesus Christ! Like the end of Shadow of the
Giant
Colossus
cat,
is so
bird, dog,
depressing.
beard, deer.
Cat,
Whatever.
bird, dog, deer.
Nintendo.
More
Oh.
like Nintendo don't.
I missed the Nintendo one and it shit the bed and
I
everyone
love
was
this Muppets
crying on
movie.
Twitter and I was like, what could have possibly happened?
I liked Iwata and his bananas. That was okay.
I like the Muppets.
Okay,
I thought the
I'll
Muppets
put
were
it.
cool.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So someone else. That's someone else's favorite part too.
Yeah,
When he's
the
just sitting
Muppets.
there at the Muppet with the banana, like this is amazing.
Yeah, that was
And
that
then the
was that
rest
was
of
some
that.
great random ass shit.
Yeah,
I
My
don't
I like the
really.
Muppets. It's really
ready.
cute.
Yeah.
But the
So we
actual
got Star
stuff,
Fox Zero.
Which looks
honestly, it
great.
looks like crap. It doesn't look good.
Whoa.
I love Star Fox. I am not excited about that. I do not plan to buy it.
What?
Don't plan to buy that game.
Doesn't it not
What?
have multiplayer or something?
It's the first one doesn't have multiplayer, which okay, that sucks. But like, if the game looks, it
Nintendo
just
has been
looks
so late on the multiplayer
like it looks like
train.
Star Fox 64.
Splatoon's pretty good, I hear.
Splatoon's awesome. Splatoon's a Dreamcast game in disguise, which is weird.
Splatoon, I just don't think
It's
it's
a
fun.
Dreamcast game,
I don't even know
which
what
is
the fuck
awesome.
Splatoon is.
You're
Is it just
squids
a
and you shoot
meme
ink and shit.
generator?
You're a squid and you shoot. Yeah,
You're
shoot ink,
No.
and then
squid now.
I
You're
think
you're
it's a
also a
Shuka,
meme
kid.
you forget.
generator.
You're a squid and you're a kid.
You're a kid.
Oh
Exactly. You're a
right, yeah.
squid now.
I
You're a kid.
think
You're a squid. You're a kid. You're a squid. You're a kid
it's
now.
a
You're a
meme
squid kid.
generator.
It's
God.
awesome. It's really. It's. I hope that franchise, like the carcass of the Wii U, if once it gets saved, I hope it's Splatoon
It's
because
not dead yet. Okay, it's dying, but it's not
that shit is
dead.
dead. I have one. Okay,
How about
what I was gonna say.
Are there flies gathering around it?
I'll put it this way: after I saw Nintendo's press conference, I felt like weirdly betrayed, and they don't owe me anything. But I'm like, why did I buy this system? Because I have a Wii U. I'm like, I feel left behind. Like
Why
they're
We
did
have
done.
you
like Legend of Zelda, but with like tiny
That's
Shuka?
coming to the
Zeldas.
NX. The
That's
new
Shuka.
no, that's
Zelda
coming
is
to
coming to the
you.
NX. That's
It's. I
gonna
think it's
come.
gonna go to both.
Zelda
Yeah,
Wii
I know.
U
It's
is
gonna be
coming to
Twilight
Zelda.
Princess.
Yeah.
Gonna get
Are
Twilight
we sure
Princess.
that's still on the Wii U?
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
Yes,
I
yes,
saying.
we
said it's
That's
the
are.
that's
Wii.
Twilight
This
Princess
is the
stuff.
Wii U. Okay,
I don't believe.
it's real weird that they didn't show it. I think.
Look,
Like
I
I
mean,
know
they
they
said
said
they
they
were
weren't
going
going
to.
to,
Yeah,
but still,
but
that's like weird to me.
Yeah, it
I
is
don't
weird.
know.
the writing is on the wall for the Wii U. It's such a like
look.
man.
It's not
The
as
writing's been on the
bad
wall
as
since
everyone's making it out to be. The Wii U's
It's
still a
Super
not
solid
good.
Mario
system.
Maker.
Mario Maker
Yeah,
looks
Mario
awesome.
Maker.
That's cool. That game looks cool. I
The
wish I
Wii,
was good at creating levels, but I'm not.
And Animal Crossing
look,
Amiibo
okay,
Festival.
the Wii U has been the king of the consoles for the past 2 years. So if it
It
does die,
hasn't.
whatever. It's still a solid console. It's
It
still a
has not
fine
been
console.
I don't think it
of
has been.
anything. I don't think it has been. I have one. I
Over the
love it.
PS4 and the Xbox One, Are you
Nope.
kidding me?
Not even
I think
close.
just everybody
Not even
played
close.
Smash on their 3DS, and
No,
then
actually, Smash on 3DS is garbage compared to the Wii U version.
really, is
Yeah,
it? Never mind
it,
then.
it, it
What?
is.
Okay, please tell me. Please tell me
Sucks.
the games that were exclusive to PS4 and Xbox One that have come out in the past 2 years.
Here's my problem though. After I'm done playing Mario Kart for a bit, I just turn my Wii U off and I go play my PS4 for like 4 hours, and then when the next exclusive comes on the Wii U in like 2 months, then I play it. Now, if I don't like the exclusive, I miss it, then I'm not playing the Wii U for another 2 months.
Oh, look,
That's the
okay,
problem.
that's just a crock full of shit. Because before Bloodborne, the PS4 had nothing.
I was playing games on my
No
PS4.
games.
The
True
PS4
I
had
don't
no
think-
games before Bloodborne, and the Xbox One has KI, which is coming to PC, and that's it. Like,
And it has Sunset Overdrive, which is
awesome.
supposed to be good.
Meme the game.
yeah, meme the game.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it looks-
Reddit, literally Reddit the game.
But it looks fun though if you just turn
It
it
is-
down.
That's not what I'm not saying that the Wii doesn't have exclusives. My problem is that it doesn't, like, it has no other support. All it has are these exclusives.
Okay,
You
I'm
can't-
not
It's the
saying-
Nintendo box, which
I'm not
and Nintendo
saying
makes
it's
really
the
good
king
games.
anymore.
So.
I'm not
Yeah, that's
saying
fine.
it's
I
the
love
king
Nintendo.
anymore.
But
I'm saying
I
that the
don't think
past
it ever
2
was.
years, if you looked at like the amount of games that were coming out for the PS4 and the Xbox One compared to the Wii U was doing way better. The Wii U had
Here's the problem.
Bayonetta 2. The Wii U
Yeah,
had Pikmin
Bayonetta
3.
2.
The
Yeah,
Wii U had
If
tons
you cared
of
about the
great
games they were putting out,
yeah, if you don't care about Bayonetta,
Like-
which honestly a lot of people don't, what's there for you?
yeah.
What's the
Like, certain
Pikmin
games.
3, Smash Bros.
If you don't care about Pikmin, and what?
I don't care about either of
If
those
you don't-
series.
Yeah,
If you don't-
I'm the
it's
night- I'm
like
the-
one of the
I'm the
minority.
nightmare person who doesn't have like investment in Nintendo at all.
Like, I love Nintendo.
I
What
have
you're
no joy
saying
in my
is,
heart,
if you don't
but-
care about Nintendo, then you're not. Which is like, if you don't care about Sony, then you're not going to get a PS4. If you don't care about
That's-
Microsoft,
yeah,
you're not
exactly.
going to get an
That's
Xbox.
Like,
not
I don't
true.
disagree that Nintendo has had great fucking exclusives. It's just none of
They
those
have.
appeal to me personally. But I
Yeah.
I seriously regret buying a PS4 actually.
So it's
'Cause-
like, people are making this out to
Ah,
be,
what
I
you mean?
regret buying a Wii U.
No, I'm not
If you're
giving it to
not
you, sorry.
interested in Nintendo, why the fuck did you buy a Wii U in the first place?
That's not what I'm saying. I bought a Wii U after the strength of the last E3, and I pulled the trigger and bought one. My problem is the system. They're moving on. Like,
came
out
in
that E3 press
2011.
conference. It came out in 2012.
The Wii U came
Like,
out in
that's-
2011.
It came out in 2012.
2012.
It came out in 2012. I was in my new house.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
it hasn't been very long, and like, it's obvious they're moving on. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
extreme. It's
it's-
painfully obvious.
It's
And
been
They've
three
announced the
years.
NX already. Like,
Yeah.
Guys,
but
Very
it's been
uncomfortable.
3 years. Like, that's what
That's
happens with consoles.
That's not a long time. No, it's
not
not.
recently.
No.
guys.
The
Like-
paradigm has changed.
Okay,
Yeah.
look at the amount of time between the GameCube and the fucking Wii.
Wii?
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
the
but the
amount of
GameCube
time
was-
between the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube. Nintendo's been doing this shit for years.
Yeah, no, totally.
I'm
But
not
I'm
disagreeing.
just like,
but it's
in terms of the general console market, which but the thing is, like, they've carved out their own niche, so whatever they do is fine.
So yeah, I
Basically.
don't
But
see
it's-
why people
they're
are
just-
making
they're
such a
just
big
in their
deal
little-
It's
about
clearly
this.
not. It's not fine.
It's not.
Like,
Okay,
they-
if you're that happy with your PS4 that's had no games for 2 years, then that's
not
fine.
what I'm saying. First of all, that's not true.
It has the
That's
best
not-
third-party versions,
like
unless
what
you're
I'm-
playing on PC.
Yeah. Well, like, what I'm
Except for
saying
Arkham Knight, because then you get fucked in the ass.
Oh, that's a fucking mess. That we will
I
go
just
into.
don't think that it's acceptable for a console to come out and for 2 years to have nothing. Like, I just do
That's
not think
why.
that is acceptable.
But that's a
What
lie,
Nintendo
though.
is doing is not acceptable as well, but what Sony and Microsoft did isn't acceptable either. There were
I
no...
mean,
That's a
There
lie.
are
Guys.
there are
That's
there are
exaggeration.
plenty of games.
There are games.
They
to
might
play.
not have all
That's
been the highest caliber, but there were plenty
yeah,
of games.
There are games to play. Like, I don't think that's true.
What
They have
exclusives
no
were
game.
there? What exclusives
That's
were there?
not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying.
When I say
I'm
games,
saying,
I mean exclusives.
well,
me
that's
clarify
not what
that.
games are, though. That's my thing. Like,
Then
there-
what's the
there are
point of
more-
getting the console? Like, if you have the options of PC or games that are still coming out for the Xbox 360...
because it's comfier to sit on a couch
Because
sometimes.
You can use
I-
you can use a controller to do that. I do that at home. I plug in my controller to my Bluetooth connector and just sit
Yeah.
on my.
I know, but
fucking
if you
couch and
don't
game.
have that,
Steam has
Like, if-
fucking big picture now. Like,
What if
Yeah.
I don't want a PC? A lot of people don't.
yeah.
Then-
that's
then
yeah,
that
what
just
I'm
comes
then
saying.
down
that's
to
a good
personal preference.
Yeah,
Zach, just like this whole conversation.
No,
This is-
it doesn't, because you're saying what Nintendo did was unacceptable, and it's like,
Okay, I'll put
Sony
it
and
this way.
Microsoft were doing
Mi-
shittier
well,
things.
Oh my
Miyamoto
God.
But
was
Sony and Microsoft
interviewed.
had third-party support to rely
Yeah,
on, so
that's
what
what I'm
they do is
saying.
less
Yeah,
shitty somehow.
But Nintendo had
yeah,
never
which
had
is
third-party support.
yes, they did.
They
Okay,
did,
the
Yes,
and
they
NES
they
did.
and the SNES era,
flushed it
sure.
down the toilet.
The NES and the
Even
SNES era,
even the
sure.
GameCube had pretty for some while
Yeah.
had a pretty decent third-party
No,
support.
no, the GameCube had Capcom, and Capcom went to the
Hey
PS2.
man, yeah, I'm not saying that I don't like Nintendo, but I'm just saying that when I look at it, the Wii U, even Miyamoto has admitted to the failure of the Wii U. He did it last week. He just did, and he's stepping down from console design.
Look, look, I understand where people are coming from with this, but I do believe that people are blowing this way out of proportion. Because people are saying, wow, can't believe I bought a fucking Wii U. And it's like, there are plenty of games for you to play that are strong, and if you don't like Nintendo,
That's
why
true.
did you buy a Wii U in the first place? It's a
I don't think
Nintendo
people.
console.
I don't know. I don't think people who bought a Wii U were like, I
I
feel indifferent
I
about
saw it
Nintendo.
all
Yeah.
over. I saw it all over V and Reddit. Like,
That's weird. Because if
Well,
you buy
those
a
are the
Wii
I
worst
mean,
U,
it's V
places
and
yeah,
the
that's
ever.
It's
So
yeah.
it's entitled Asshole Central 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, when I bought a Wii U, I knew I'd like, okay, I'm gonna buy Nintendo things. But like now, I'm looking at. I thought it had maybe at least 2 or 3 years left in it.
yeah,
But
I think
I don't
it's
think it does.
your case with buying things for potential that you are
Yeah.
expecting based on a track record that then doesn't materialize and you get disappointed.
then you should have done it 2 years ago when the Wii U was like getting
when it was
traction in
really
2012,
expensive.
or
Was it?
2012 to 2013 being the best year for the Wii U, arguably 2014. But
But
like
like
2013 and 2014 for the Wii U blew the shit out of the PS1 or the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Like blew the
I'd
shit
say
out of it.
that's fair.
how do you qualify that statement?
Okay, in my personal preference,
Okay.
the Wii U had a ton of very strong exclusives. If you like
Mm-hmm.
character action games, you had Bayonetta 1 and 2. 2 being
Mm-hmm.
I already
console
played
exclusive.
one like
Okay.
5 years ago.
But it came with the game. You weren't paying extra for it.
Okay.
It also had Pikmin 3, which was a really solid game. It had Mario Kart 8, which was a really solid game. It
I love
had
Mario Kart 8.
Smash Bros, which was a really solid game.
I love Smash Bros.
And these are just all off the top of my head. Like, I could look at a list, but I'm not gonna. Like, it had a lot of great exclusives compared to the PS4 and the Xbox One. The Xbox One and the PS4 had exclusives, yes, but were they great? Arguably.
I think I
It
don't know. I
just
just don't think going at exclusives really even matters as much.
it depends
It matters
It-
for
on
consoles because it's like
your personal preference. If you don't care about Nintendo, then you don't care about Nintendo. If you don't care about Sony and whatever, then you don't care.
no,
It
yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
It's
Like,
just a personal thing.
I know,
Like
I get that.
if so, that's the end of that.
No,
Yeah,
like
this argument's just
That's it.
It's
That's all
going
there is to be
nowhere.
said about it.
Everyone back to their
Anyway,
corners.
Anyway,
so
we have Mario
Nintendo,
Tennis.
which
So
caught me off guard. I'm like, holy shit, that Mario Tennis?
I used to love Mario
No,
Tennis when I
Mario
was a
Tennis is
kid.
great. Power Tennis for the GameCube?
Yeah, man. That was some shit.
But
SMT
like,
Cross Fire Emblem looks fun.
I don't know what that is.
Sure.
What is
It's
that
a cross
game?
between SMT and Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
What's going on? Like, I'm just confused when I'm watching it. I'm like,
Anyways,
I like SMT and I like Fire Emblem. It looks good.
then
no,
we got
fine.
finally, because the
Square
PC
Enix.
conference doesn't
No,
exist,
no,
we
you
got
missed
Square
Enix.
Enix. No, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, damn.
Just
That's
Cause
brutal.
3, motherfuckers.
Just Cause
Okay,
3?
here's my
I
problem.
forgot that
For
even
instance,
happened.
Square Enix's conference was
Star
so
Ocean.
fucking boring. It made Just Cause 3 look boring. How is that possible?
No, they didn't make Just Cause 3 look boring. Granted, I watched the Just Cause 3 footage outside of the context, so
Yeah,
come on.
no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, someone I was talking to my friend, like, you know, it's funny. It gets better if you just turn off the volume, and I did. Oh, this is better.
I didn't
And
watch
then,
Square Enix.
yeah,
I
no,
didn't know they had a conference. Wow.
yeah. I mean, they
They're
had one
gonna
a
show
long time
off
ago.
Kingdom
They had-
Hearts 3 and
Kingdom Hearts looks
Hitman.
good.
Yeah.
Looks
They had a
Nier
solid
2.
lineup.
Nier 2.
They did.
Nier
Pardon?
2!
Oh yeah.
Ugh!
Somehow that got announced.
Oh,
Platinum
I was
Developed by
never
Platinum,
caught.
of all people.
Yeah! I was caught off guard, and it was the best left hook I've ever received in my life. Jesus. I thought everybody forgot about Nier, but jeez, man, that game. Ooh.
I don't know. Nier's kind of like a godhead, where it has this weird cult following.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I knew that. It's just like if God Hand 2 got announced, I'd react the same way. It's like, what? Man.
But yeah, Square Enix conference, they had a good lineup, but it was so boring. It
Got
could
some-
sap the energy.
Oh,
out of
how
it.
about that Hitman?
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
So it's weird because they're doing like this quasi early access thing with it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like there's an alpha going out really soon, and
Is it
it's
episodic?
digital only. I
Yeah,
think
it's
it's digital.
kind of episodic.
I'm not into the whole
Yes.
episodic thing.
These
I
are like the
was gonna
worst
be into it if it was
trends.
Silent Hills, but
Oh.
Episodic with microtransactions and tower systems.
Yeah, episodic with microtransactions and early access. This like literally sounds like Jim Sterling's worst nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just on
Yeah, I don't know. Like
I don't know.
what they're talking like. I only played Absolution and I poked at Blood Money a bit, and what they're saying about the ways that they're working on the AI systems and emphasizing the stealth and over the Absolution's shooty bang bang fest. Um, sounds pretty good. And some of the like coverage I read like made me actually interested in the Hitman game, which I found shocking. But yeah, just everyone, especially like the big hitters in the industry, pushing towards this let's suck more money out of people before the game's actually finished mentality is real fucking scary.
Oh man, like I don't
Oh
even.
boy.
It's weird
Like
that
the
they're doing this
whole.
with Hitman of all games. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're
What's up with that?
experimenting on it. Some people experiment with certain games. Like I feel like Kirby is the weird experimental dog for Nintendo. Whenever they have a new idea or something, it's
Or
always
Kirby.
Kirby.
I love
For
Kirby.
oh
Kirby.
yeah, that
Kirby
new
can never
Kirby
just
game
get a
was
Kirby
really
game.
good too. Kirby's Epic
Ah,
Yarn.
I didn't hear
I
good
wanted to
things about
play
it. But
the Epic
yeah,
Yarn game.
Epic Yarn is really nice.
Yeah, I
that
really
game
liked
is,
I
Epic
like
Yarn.
Kirby.
but it's
Kirby's
weird.
good.
Kirby,
I liked his show that I watched on Saturday
right
mornings.
back at you. That show sucks.
Look, I was 10. Leave me alone. It was Saturday mornings. I would watch my
Kirby
Bad.
Fight.
Kirby and the Crystal Shards was one of my few, like I had like 5 Nintendo 64 games, and one of my 5 Nintendo 64 games were Paper Mario, Super Mario 64, a NASCAR game,
What the fuck?
uh,
Did it sneak in with the rest? You didn't notice it?
a NASCAR game,
I had
Ocarina of Time, and then Crystal Shards.
You know
Those were
what's
the only 5 games I had.
You know what's funny? If you replace that NASCAR game with Banjo Kazooie, you have all of the games for the N64.
That's flagrant right there.
That console
I don't know,
sucks.
Mario Party, Mario Kart. I
Hey,
used
yeah,
to
Mario
rent
Party.
Mario
Real
Kart
great game.
from the video rental place. They would rent
Hey, N64 is
games.
not a bad console. It's not a great.
It's not like
console.
Saturn
Yeah,
bad, but
problem.
it's not great.
Saturn is barely
Not
even a
like
console.
Gizmondo bad.
Yeah.
It's not N-Gage. You flip an N-Gage out here. It's like Sonic N.
So cool.
And that controller was just truly for 3 armed people.
The Bowser Claw.
Oh, the PlayStation
I don't even
1
remember how to
kicked
hold
the
it.
shit out
You
of the
just didn't
N64.
understand it.
Yeah, totally.
I don't even understand how that was a war. Like, PlayStation 1 kicked the shit out of the N64. Like,
So in fairness, the N64.
I don't know though
it was more
because
powerful.
yeah,
as a
like
system. It just
Yeah.
Super
was.
Mario 64, I might play over anything on PS1.
I know I would play.
No,
yeah,
not for.
sorry.
I
Tekken 3?
would play Tekken 3 over
Nah.
Yeah.
I'll
over
play
most.
Super over Tekken any goddamn day. Any
Tekken
day
3
of
is
the
so
week.
good.
But yeah,
Nah.
PlayStation.
Odd
Tekken
Yeah,
3
World.
is one of the best games ever.
Oh wow, much Odyssey. Yeah. But yeah, Square Enix.
Is this all of E3?
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
There was a
well,
PC conference, I guess.
Where dudes poured Mountain Dew into wine glasses.
Are you serious?
That was like the pre-roll thing. I saw that, cracked up, and turned off the stream.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they didn't really talk about anything. They just kind of like talked about like
Shock Q getting fancy out here with this Mountain Dew.
I don't know. They
Yeah,
talked
fancy.
about like the Humble Bundle or whatever.
Yeah,
Blizzard.
Humble Bundle.
This
Humble
just
Bundle.
Yep, this sounds like a PC
How can we
conference.
repackage FTL this time?
More like, how can we sell you Braid for the 15th time?
Oh my god, Braid is
I still
just,
haven't beat Braid.
Braid
I
is
got
so
frustrated.
I missed the
I mean,
break.
it's sort of like the sort of indie, 2D like platformer game. I think Limbo is a far better game than Braid.
I love
Huh.
Limbo. I was able to beat Limbo.
Limbo's
So
that game's just fucked up in a lot of ways.
I really like it.
I need
RJ,
to.
you can play both of them. I have them and I
Yeah,
shared
I
them.
remember that you have them. I was planning on playing one of them at least.
Limbo's really good, just like
Yeah,
from an
definitely Limbo
aesthetic.
is one I'd probably go to first because its aesthetic is nice.
Yeah. So,
I
you
mean,
know,
Greylock's nice too, but like, I don't know.
I like my dark gloomy.
that's
Um,
E3.
in terms of, did anyone, you got a game of the show?
Oh yeah, let's
You
do
know?
that. That's a good idea. Who wants
I
to go
mean,
first?
just because I was there and I got to experience it, I really was like Fallout 4 and Todd Howard's like build up to like announcing that game. That
Did
dude
you
puts
notice
on a
how?
fucking show,
Do
man.
you know how he had to change gears when he went to the Microsoft press conference?
Yeah,
The
it was
first thing
so
like,
sad.
I don't give a fuck. Here's everything in this game. It's coming out in November. You're gonna buy it. Here's the app. Has microtransactions, but fuck, you don't really need it. And here's some toys when you leave. I don't
Uh,
care. And then Microsoft, well, I'm so happy to get Microsoft together. Like, oh man, this guy's on the leash. He's
Yeah.
on the leash hard, and it's not his fault. Ultimately, it's not
yeah.
mine.
What
No.
I loved so much about Todd Howard's presentation was there was the guy who, like, the really awkward guy doing the Doom presentation, who was just like, big
Oh
effing
yes,
guns.
when he
And then
said the
Todd
big
Howard's just like, how's it going, motherfuckers? Or whatever the fuck he said.
He's like, I saw he was like half drunk.
Yeah,
Came
he,
off
he just like did
stage.
so much cocaine in the
He
back. He
was
just
he was really good.
That
The
was
whole
sick.
room was buzzing like around me. Everyone was like like sitting on the edge of their seats. I swear to God, everybody in the room was like hanging on to every fucking word that that man said.
I loved when he just like played off of the all the rumor mill stuff about you can't be a female character.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Just
God.
like,
I was
and you
so
can play as a
scared.
female
I literally
character.
said aloud, I was like, "You can't be a girl." And the guy next to me was like, "Uh-oh." And then he was like, "And of course he could be a female." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah."
That's the Ubisoft. That's what he should have said next. Like, oh, shots fired. He should have
Oh,
said next. Oh, Ubisoft is learning apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, I'm not gonna. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna talk too much about Ubisoft because it sounds like they're fucking really groveling lately. They don't need to be kicked anymore.
They've taken
No,
enough
they need to be kicked a
beatings.
little bit more because I'm
Um,
still fucking pissed off about Watch Dogs and I
hey
won't.
man,
I,
Watch
I,
Dogs
I'm
was at least. I'm sorry. What you gonna say?
I was just saying I'm sorry again for accidentally dragging you into that nightmare, Maddie.
It's okay, it's not your fault.
What's the story here? What happened?
So
I
I
was
found this.
excited for it, but go on.
Yeah, so I found this real sweet deal doing fancy shit with proxy servers where you could buy Watchdogs from the Indian Origin store for about $20.
Hmm.
Pre-order it. And so I got Maddie in on this because we were both kind of excited for it, and I pre-ordered it, and then get to release day, and the reviews come rolling in, and I'm like, huh. And then and then it unlocks at midnight or whatever, and I go to my Origin account and realize it hadn't unlocked yet.
Oh,
Like
that's.
it was stuck somewhere. So I go in and I'm like, huh, I can still cancel this. So I cancel my order.
You did it, Captain
And
Maddie,
then
didn't
like
you?
a few days later, Maddie calls me and she's like, they charged me the full price.
Ooh.
And I'm just like,
Ooh.
oh, holy shit. I just saw my life pass before my eyes. I'm so sorry, but
Just, just, just odd sliding under the door,
yeah,
and then Maddie gets
grabbing my handful
locked
of
out.
money.
You
It's
drop your
alright.
handful of money, but you grab it right before the door
Yeah,
closes.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
that's yeah, yeah. Well,
You
I
can
still
hear
feel bad
Maddie's
about
screams as you're running away.
it.
now
Yeah.
you know the real reasons we brought you into this podcast. Maddie's gonna kill you, and we need the ratings.
It's just a
So
setup.
I'm
It's gonna be
sorry,
tell-
but
Is this gonna be some the ring situation?
yeah, basically.
Yeah,
See,
basically.
about
Invite-
7 days ago, Maddie showed us this video on YouTube from this Indian origin server,
Man.
and you know, next thing led to another. We're needing a sacrifice because frankly, I don't want to die. Chuka,
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't want to die. You still got to listen to that Tame
Uh,
God.
Impala.
yeah, it's
So
that's
like,
gonna happen. So, and RJ, he's too far.
and
Ah,
unfortunately, I mean, you kind of liked the last 3 episodes of True Detective, so you know,
Oh
decisions had to be
shit!
made.
now I'm just
I will
now I'm
die
just
for my
thinking about
beliefs willingly.
now I'm just thinking about a ring single sequel happening and it actually being a YouTube video.
Ringu.
Because
So-
So
now
it would
the
be
word
like that
being
one that just came out
gestates.
about
Yeah.
Skype.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Unfriended.
or whatever.
I like the ring, so whenever that happens.
The ring is good.
The ring is good, but now it's just like that can't happen again.
Arju, have you seen Ringu?
Yeah. No, not yet.
You should
But I
watch
want to.
Ringu because it's just a better version of that movie.
Yeah, of course.
Anyways, RJ, what's your game of the show?
Last Guardian, of course.
Good choice.
Oh my.
Chuka, what about you?
I am also Last Guardian. Like I'm just so excited for it.
All right.
Show me more about this bird and this boy. What is their relationship? Why is it scared?
Don't want to be a broken record, but Fallout 4 blew me out of the water going in with zero expectation, and then seeing everything they're doing to differentiate themselves was also. I mean, I'm going to cheat and pick 2. Just Cause 3, I like blowing shit up real nice, and Just Cause 2 is one of my favorite dick around while doing something else games. And Just Cause 3 looks like it's refining that to like a fucking razor sharp point, and it's going to be fucking great.
Good answer.
Good choice.
And Danny.
A Metal Gear Solid 5. Does it count? They showed a trailer.
Yeah, that
Yes, it was there.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh, that's second place for me.
But if I have to pick a game that got announced, probably Nier 2 or Shenmue 3. I mean, Shenmue 3 just
Fucking
because I love
nerd
the
answer.
Yeah. no, I was thinking about saying SMT Cross Fire Emblem, but that would have been way worse. So yeah, Nier 2 or Shenmue 2 or Shenmue 3.
You know what? I just thought about.
What?
And we said, where the fuck is Rhyme? Do you know that game Rhyme?
That was supposed to come out this year.
It sounds.
Yeah, I'm getting very angry now. I'm very angry at this. It's supposed to be. It looks like basically Wind Waker plus Eco. That's what it looks like.
Oh.
And I've been here waiting, and it's not here yet. What the fuck? Sony, where's the game, man?
They don't care.
Whatever happened to The Witness? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't even think that's a game. I think that's just probably a mental experiment. I don't even think that's a game.
It's just Jonathan Blow sitting in his house in his mind palace.
Last time they had I'm sorry, what do you say?
What happened to Silent Hills?
No, don't
Konami
do this
hacked
to
into
me.
that.
Don't just bring this up right now.
Yeah, I can't think about it. I'll just get depressed.
Don't put me back in this hole I just got out of.
You know what? Because we're already here, I'm gonna make you more depressed. They probably looked at the budget and were like, "These pachinko machines are making more money. We'll just cancel this."
That is literally
That's
what happened.
probably what they did.
That
Yeah.
is what happened.
Because of the new there's the initiative going through Japanese parliament about legalizing gambling.
Yeah.
And Konami wants to get on the ground floor of that, so they're cutting off the non-essential divisions. That's what's happening. That's literally what's going on.
You would think that
essential.
Kojima would be the most essential. Like,
no, man, I'm hearing some petty shit about like Konami. Like they like.
That's when you
some
learn.
Some directors fucking
really
hate
are.
Kojima.
Because
and, really.
Like last year, whenever PT got announced, like a week before that, my friend Nick and I were talking, and we were like, Kojima is the last thing Konami has. Like, he's carrying that company on the back of his fucking shoulders because they don't have Iga anymore. You know,
long gone.
He's off Kickstartering.
So like, what the fuck? And Kojima can't go to Kickstarter.
Awesome.
Luckily, Kojima can go to whatever company he fucking wants to, probably.
Yeah.
And
Kojima
all I'm
could
saying,
go to Kickstarter if he wanted
Yeah,
to.
I'm thinking like Kojima could go to Kickstarter.
I'm making this game about a block.
No.
And it'll get fun.
He could.
Yeah, tap until you get to the middle of it, and then you get to control real Metal Gears.
But
oh man,
featuring
Peter Molyneux.
Here's the deal: Kojima would need a lot more than $5 million, which is the most a Kickstarter has ever raised. Like Kojima
what
would
about
need
like some Patreon as well? And then the other one, GoFundMe.
Indiegogo.
Indiegogo. He just does
like
all
rob
of
a bank.
No, what I see happening is Kojima moving to Sony. And I'm just gonna throw this out there for you guys to think about. Kojima does have ties to Naughty Dog.
Shit!
Are you?
Wait! Explain that.
A lot of the members of Koji Pro, specifically in the American division in California, a lot of them are like ex Naughty Dog employees, and a lot of them are also Naughty Dog employees.
Are you Are you implying that Kojima is gonna
I'm implying that
write
if
or
Kojima,
direct a Naughty Dog game?
I'm implying that if Kojima
Last
were to
of
go
Us
to
3.
any company, Naughty Dog would probably be the one that is most likely.
Honestly,
I don't know
I
if I
hope he
want that.
doesn't go to Naughty Dog ever,
I don't
because
know if
Naughty Dog they're
that
good at what
happened.
they do narratively, and Kojima is on a whole other level.
See,
What he does
but listen,
narratively,
all Kojima needs is like 12 Naughty Dog team members. That's it.
he should
Because
get his own studio.
And
I think
then
he
we
should
Yeah.
have a separate studio.
finally get a new
Zone
Crash
of the
Bandicoot.
Enders.
a new Crash Bandicoot.
Zone of the Enders 3. You always
New
wanted
Jack
it.
Daxter 2, 3,
Oh
5.
man, can you imagine the Kojima, Jack, and Daxter?
Kojima should
Fuck.
just abandon everything and start his own team.
Yeah.
Kojima's big boss. He's got his own army.
Yes.
Yeah, he just goes and literally founds Outer Heaven.
Developers
Yeah.
Sans Frontiers.
Yes.
I feel like Kojima could just he could just go to
And he
all these
clones
tech schools,
himself.
just show up in California, get a bunch of animators, just point at them and then point into a truck and they just get in. And you just
Yeah.
go around the country
Holy
getting different
shit.
people.
Kojima is literally Big Boss.
Yeah,
And, like,
Kojima's
Get
big
it.
boss.
Del Toro is like his Ocelot. And Norman
Oh,
Reedus is his
God.
Kaz.
We're gonna
You know what's
make
fucking weird?
games.
I
Best
totally
shit
forgot.
ever.
I forgot that Del Toro was part of Silent Hill, and now I'm sad. Yeah,
He keeps
They-
on getting fucked by the gaming industry.
yeah he
It's
got
so
fucked by
sad.
Insane.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
THQ went poof.
Wait, THQ.
Fucking.
Life imitates art.
God damn it. All I can think of
There
is.
needs to be a documentary on that.
All I can think of is Del Toro doing Kaz's lines in
God.
at the end
My
of Ground
arm.
Zeroes. That was
They
ours!
played us like a damn fiddle.
That was ours and they took it from us! Fucking.
Man, I
no.
fucking love Ground Zeroes.
Oh, man.
no.
I just keep going through and playing it again and again.
But
I've never
it's-
played it seriously. I've just done it and just ran around and just
Oh
done
shit, this
stupid
goes out.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, should've probably downloaded it.
So this podcast is approximately 3 times the length of Ground Zeroes. So
Ooh.
I
True
think
that.
we should
Like
we should
3
probably
times
end
the
it
length
here.
of a speed run of Ground Zeroes.
That's the tagline. 3
Um,
times the length of Ground Zeroes and absolutely free. The Pretentious Cast, yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it. The theme song this week is gonna be like the Metal Gear theme song or something. That's perfect.
Good.
Dun, 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 dun.
Still in a dream, Snake Eater.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for being on the show. This
You're
was an
welcome. It was a lot
interesting-
of fun. Thanks
yeah.
for having me.
This is an interesting cast. If we ever decide to do a gaming podcast, I might hit you up on that. But
Yeah.
anyways, thanks for listening, everybody.
Goodbye.
Do you have any updates for the site, real quick? Are we doing anything? We still haven't done top 10 album covers.
Yeah,
because
Still
that
haven't
shit.
done
I
top
haven't
10?
gotten your lists.
Sorry.
Hey, man,
I
did
got
not give you a
Chewy's.
list? I feel like
I
did.
got
Yeah,
Chewy's. I don't got
Excellent.
RJ's or Maddie's.
Sorry.
My list is like half done.
I know it's
God
like half
damn it,
done because I
RJ.
have half of it.
If you guys give it to me, I can
Like I
can
have the
format
album
it
covers.
pretty.
I just don't have all the explanations written.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, you
We'll
have-
figure it out. Whatever.
All right. Other than that, I don't think we're talking about much else. We should be back on schedule, so that's good.
I'm going to Comic-Con, so I'll probably write about that and what I
Yeah.
see there.
Do that.
So.
I'm writing a piece. Oh yeah, I'm starting a Silent Hill 2. I'm not gonna call it a Let's Play because that'd be tacky. It's like a commentary thing where I'm gonna be talking about like the design and shit like that.
Mhm.
So check that out. That'll be
Oh,
on
that's
our
interesting.
YouTube channel, which we now have. So anyways,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
peace out,
wow.
everybody. It was
I
lovely
should know that.
talking, and we'll catch you next time.